Fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, Helmets, left, Kabit Cafe Breath.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Oh my God, Tiff West, I look skinny. Do you mean it? Do you mean it? Do I look skinny? Do I look skinny? I've been going for that. So I hope you're being honest because I've been shooting for that. I want to be skinny. So I'm here for it. So hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. There's a lot going on. Oh my goodness. There's a lot going on. Okay, welcome back to the SeanDavieWay show. Okay, hit the like, please. It's free. It absolutely is. I'm late, and I can be. Yeah, sorry. I'm late. Yay! So, Jacqueline says you look blurry. I'm gonna need you to come back. Because girl, I see me on camera and I'm pretty clear, girl. I don't know. I don't think this time it's you. I don't think it's me. I don't know if your Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi, girl. But on my side, hold on. Shout out to not blurry. Where here? Where is Jack in the hospital? You ain't hear her over there on the unfits? She was over there earlier on. If you type in on YouTube, celebrity unfit mothers. She was over there. She was over there, and she said over there while on the Unfits channel. Absolutely. Who do you ask advice for when you need advice? I guess the unfit. the unfits don't make good decisions. But anyways, on the trifling side of YouTube, here flip. Jaguar had an illegal phone conversation with an ex-addict. An ex-addict, Tarmouth. So yeah, she was over there talking to women that don't take care of their children. And during this conversation, Jaguar definitely spilled a lot of milk, because I wouldn't call that tea. Absolutely. I think it takes a very thirsty person to be talking to someone that's literally in a hospital for a mental state, literally a detainment center for people that they feel have mental issues. And to have that person sneak on the phone illegally, violating HIPAA, all type of other things, by naming nurses, all type of, but who cares, right? Who cares, right? So I'm here, Flip. So over there doing all of that to get the tea, I'm like, okay, so this person is on the phone in a mental hospital telling you that a doctor said that they are mentally unstable, that they are mentally ill and should be held, and you are interviewing them? Weird. I'm like, whoa, so you're talking to mental patients? I don't know we were interviewing mental patients. That's not a dig. That's not shade. It's the truth. Mhm. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so people coming at me like, oh, well, Sean, are you not talking about it because you're jealous? First of all, I never said that I wasn't going to talk about it. Second of all, jealous of what? Why would I be jealous of a conversation had illegally? Where Jag is, she literally is trying to tell you of the other. If you are mentally stable and you are fine, why in the hell are you in that hospital? Make that make sense. So who am I supposed to believe? You or the hospital? You or the location? Somebody telling me they good and they at the crib or they just in the hospital, like could discharge themselves within any moment, but getting the help that they need, they can tell me that they're fine. They get to do that. But you're not about to call me. Tiff West not about to call me from the mental hospital telling me that she all right. Girl, you can't be. Then why you at where you at if you're fine? If everything copacetic, let me tell you too, if everything is pimpalicious, if everything is gravy, then why are you 6 steps from a straitjacket? Why are you 6 steps away? You are closer to straitjackets than you are far from them. Far from them is being at home. Then you far away from straitjackets. If straitjackets is 2-3 rooms down, if they coming in there handing you a little white, yeah, little white cup, here's med time. If it, everything's not okay. Everything isn't okay. No. And I'm not going to exploit her by going live talking about it. Now, for days, I've known exactly where Jaguar Wright has been. Each time I come forward, I just tell y'all that she's safe. Mm-hmm. I could have told y'all the hospital and everything. I could supersize it. I could have been told y'all that. For what? It's just so y'all could call? For what? She can't talk to y'all no way. You could call. Mm-hmm. But they're not putting her on the phone. Go ahead. She told y'all where she had called. Mm-hmm. She told y'all. I wish I would drop her location. No. If you feel like you have so many people after you, why are you dropping it anyway? Why are you telling? Oh, because you're getting the help that you need. So why is a dark mouth, cave mouth, black gap mouth hole on the phone with you? Friend. Yeah. That's why I say I have friends. That's why I don't do the YouTube. This is why I don't do the YouTube friends. Because that's not tea. Mm-mm. She could have simply came on YouTube and told y'all that she was good. And told y'all what she told her to tell y'all. That's it. We didn't have to be privy to an illegal phone call. There was no reason for it. So what am I jealous? I'm like jealous. Jealous of what? I'm like, okay. Fine. You know, sometimes you just got to stop arguing with stupidity. You know, sometimes you just got to just let it rock. Let it rock. So because she over there ignorant and ain't raised anybody, not even a dog, and then you know who to call, because she couldn't have called myself or King Payne or people like us. She couldn't have called us with that energy. You called a man hater is what you called. You called a man hater. You know, she never been able to keep one. I mean, you see how she was just over there talking to her man. And this who you get marital advice from? What's next? Parenting advice? Not from an unfit. Not from a CPS champ. Weird. Yeah, she knows who to call. Yeah. Because you would have kept getting stopped in your tracks if she was talking to me. Jaguar. I'd be like, whatever you're planning on doing, if you leaving him, all of that stuff, cool. You should talk to him about that. Do you want me to tell him? Because I mean, I can do that for you. But again, there's enough people making decisions for your marriage. If this is your decision, stick to it. Which again, she clearly doesn't feel that way, because then without the phone call, she says that she still loves her husband. So again, why are you having this conversation with this woman in the state that she is in? This isn't a logical conversation right now. Like it definitely isn't. Again, if a doctor has stated that she is mentally ill, which she said out her own mouth, how y'all got that tea? Jaguar. So Jaguar wanted y'all to know that the doctor, you know, and Darkmouth, the unfit, that they wanted y'all to know that her friend that she's on the phone with is mentally ill. Yeah. Although a mentally ill person is someone that you listen to, but you don't literally like follow instruction, you know, from said person. You know, let her get back to a point, you know, to where she can think logically, you know, and then go from there. Then have a conversation with her. She's very raw, you know, she's very angry. Absolutely. And a lot of things that she's saying right now, of course, don't make sense. They don't make sense. Jaguar sitting here saying that Uba is the reason or Gooba, or however you call it, is the reason she is where she is, and that he stated to the judge and that he wrote to the judge. He has not, there is no court. Okay. Now I do believe Jaguar went to court, but Gooba wasn't there. He wasn't there. So I'm just saying, he wasn't there. So there could have been court, you know, but if there was, he wasn't there. So now I believe he's been reached out to, but he wasn't there. So how he writing and giving anything to a judge not present? And for him to be so dumb, you know, like Jaguar says, wouldn't he not know how to do that anyway, or have no idea what he was signing? Because Jaguar makes it seem as if it was by Google's request. He wasn't there. You weren't either. Jaguar wasn't at court either. How you saying what he handed to the judge not there? Neither one of you were. So it would make sense that Goomba wasn't at court if you weren't. They handed you a paper from the judge. Okay? And the doctor spoke on your behalf. It's been 72 hours, Jaguar. You have definitely done your evaluation. It's complete because the doctor wouldn't have been able to go without it. Okay? Now, Jaguar, she says that the cops attacked her and that her husband attacked her. We saw her get arrested. Okay? She did have on cuffs, but they put her on a stretcher and put her in an ambulance. So you mean the paramedics did this to you, girl? Because the police did nothing to her on scene. We saw it. It's literally recorded. They did nothing to her on scene. They didn't. Nothing. They just arrested her. They detained her. And they put her on because what they felt, obviously on site, was that it was something mental, that something was off. They didn't know if it was mental illness, you know, anything. They don't know her. So upon approach, how irate Jaguar was, because she was very irate. We heard her yelling, her shoes were missing, all of that. Okay, she was very irate when the police got there. Okay, those are 3 different charges within itself: disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct, trespass, because she was placed on trespass by the barbershop, her and Soular. Let me get something here. Those are charges. Yeah. Even if misdemeanors, girl. Yeah, that's what Darkmouth should have been telling you while you were on the phone. Because you make it seem as if you were there for nothing. No, you were arrested. Okay? You didn't go to jail because they felt that it was something mental illness related. So that's why they sent you to a hospital to have a hold placed on you. Because if they didn't feel that you were mentally unstable or that there was mental illness connected to what you were going through, Jaguar, you would have went to jail. Let me get something to drink. You would have went to jail. Girl, they didn't put cuffs on you because they cute. They put cuffs on you because you were arrested. That's why you can't just come and go as you please. Because technically, you would be in jail if they could prove that you were mentally stable. So they have to make sure that you are mentally able to even be capable of understanding what you did, what crime you committed. For them, they didn't even feel comfortable reading you Miranda's, Jaguar. That's why they sent you to the hospital. Okay? Now, that's what Darkmouth should have been telling you when she was on the phone with you, instead of inciting a riot, being trifling, living like a person that got roaches. Yeah. So again, she knew who to call. I need to call a goofy bitch. Yeah, I'm not jealous of that. Because Jaguar and I wouldn't have spoke long. Because no. What you did was you committed actions. And you have to be responsible for them. So we need to figure this out. All of that rah-rah, that YouTube stuff, this is your life. Girl, this ain't no game. You are affecting a lot of people. You are. And I'm not even talking about me. Because I can care less. I can move on. But I care. So before I do exit, which is what I will be doing, girl, before I do make an exit, I want you to know it's truly people out here that care about you and that want you to be okay. Again, she knew who to call. Yeah. Call the fake people. I'm going to call somebody that's going to rah-rah with me. Let me call somebody ignorant. She knew better. Let's not call somebody with common sense, like her mother. You know, anybody like that. Because she already spoke to those people. I need to find somebody on the same time that I'm on. I need to find somebody else that ain't got nothing to lose. Here, flip. So let's not do that. Stop it. It's not about that at all. Again, it's an illegal phone call. That nurse can lose her job. 100%. That is illegal. She's not supposed, if she could have a phone, she has her own. I ain't got to say nothing else. Her phone is there. It's at the hospital. It's there. Her belongings are with her. Her purse, phone, all of that. She has it. That's why if you call it, go straight to voicemail because it's dead. And been on in days. So she has it. So if she could call people on phones, she could have her own. She would have her, so she has to use the nurse. Then you already know what's up. And again, I don't believe the nurse gave her that phone so that she could go live. She thought she was making a phone call. I can promise you. She didn't say, can I use your phone so I can call my friend and go live on the internet? She didn't say that. Absolutely not. And I do believe that's why during the call, the nurse is trying to get the phone back. And Jaguar even said herself, basically, why are you pressing? Like, yeah. So again, she probably realized, like, wait a minute, what you doing? Like, who you talking to a bunch of people? You talking to an audience? Or you talking to one person? Who you telling to tell who what that word? So yeah, here flip. So again, yeah, I'm jealous of an illegal phone call. Okay. Like I said, I'll call one to last long. Because Jaguar was talking to somebody that's going to agree with her antics. I'm not. Like, this is your life. This is not a game. It's not a movie. It's not a reality show. It's none of that stuff. Like, there could be all type of things going on with you. At this point, you're basically a ward of the state. Until that doctor clears you, you're going to be where you at. And talking like this, if the doctor coming in the room and these are the things that you are saying, it's no wonder you're still there. Like, the doctor ain't coming in the room like, oh, she's getting better. Yeah, she's not. And this is not helping. If Jaguar want to leave her husband, so we'll do it. She ain't even seen him to leave him. She ain't even seen him to leave him. Okay, if you're going to leave him, leave him. Okay. All right, what you telling me for? All right, girl, I support you. You want me to click him in so you can divorce him on the phone real quick? Because it don't work like that. You can't file none of that paperwork where you at. Like, okay, you leaving them. We'll talk about that later. How are we getting you out of where you at? What are the steps? What do they need to see in order to see that you are mentally capable enough to be on your own again? Because at this point, the doctor views Jaguar as a threat to society and a threat to herself. Let's be real, not ghetto, not trifling. Let's blame the nigga. She at where she at and that nigga ain't in there. No, this her. That's what that were. She got herself here. So how are we gonna get her out? What we need to take what's the next steps? What do they need to see you improve on? So I can give you a list of the shit right now so we can get you on up out of there, girl. Not, oh yeah, leave him. Leave. I'm like, look at this ghetto. I'm like, girl, where your daughter at? Why you ain't raise your baby? Oh my God. I'm like, look at Brenda got a baby over here. Over here championing her. I'm like, this is ignorant. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, why she gonna call like night and day? Girl, ugh. I'm like, what? Why she can call somebody with some sense? Why she can call somebody that raised their child? Like, she will go get on the phone with an unfit. Like, I'm like, oh God. I'm like, ugh. So I'm just like, gross. Because we could have got some better information. We didn't get any information. We didn't. Besides her re-threatening people, insulting her spouse, and then within the same conversation stating that she still loves them. You know, all of that. That's why it's good to encourage. Like, there was no encouragement throughout that call. I'm like, you're just an idiot. I'm like, ugh. Like, this person is pathetic. Like, gross. You couldn't have called a worse person. Honestly. You broke the code because you already knew she's going to be on that type of time. So I have no problem with that. Because I wouldn't have been on that type of time. Again, I care about her health and her well-being. I want her to get out of where she's at. I don't want her to stay there so that she can keep sneaking a nurse's phone, because that's only going to last so long, because you best believe it's people that's going to report that. Oh, yeah, the internet don't play. Yeah, I don't know if they told you, tar mouth, but the internet don't play. They don't play. So she better hope she had her job for the week, throughout the rest of this week, because the internet do not play. It's plenty of nurses that's sitting there watching and hearing that, and they will report her. And guess who gave them the lock and key? Jaguar, being on the phone with you. Her giving her whole destination out. Idiot. So let's see how many more calls you get. Let's see how many, because you're an idiot. Like, you could have played that completely different. I'm like, yeah, you will call somebody trifling. I'm like, girl, you got to call people that raise their churn. Girl, you got to call people that raise their churn. You guys just stop getting on the phone with these people that ain't take care of their kids. They ain't care enough to raise their kids. What they care enough to give you advice for? What they care to give you advice for? They barely cared about enough about their own offspring. Who are you? Who are you? Yeah. Ha! What about it? What about it? What about it? Tar mouth. What about it? Like, yeah, girl, bye. I'm like, yeah, you're trifling. I would have called somebody trifling too if I'm with some trifling-ish. Yeah, I'm not about to call somebody with class. This ain't classy. So yeah, I need to call somebody that's ignorant. Because this is what this is, ignorant. So yeah, you knew not to call nobody with sense. Yeah, I would have called an idiot too. Yeah, I would have called somebody else and they got nothing to lose. Absolutely. I know you ain't got nothing to lose. You didn't even raise your daughter. Only kid, one kid. You didn't raise her. So we already know you with the ish. Girl, you ain't got nothing to lose. So you hear flip. But Jaguar also displayed throughout the conversation that, you know, she wants to leave. That, you know, that her, you know, it's pretty much over with her and her husband. She also states what I've been stating this whole time. She has not spoke to Soular. She has not spoke to him. So I don't know why this funky homeless beige keep going around lying over there with them pissy dreads. Yes, with the scratch and sniff in between his legs lying. Like, yeah, let's stop doing that. Let's stop doing that. You haven't spoke to her. Like, cut it out. You feel like you have this mind control. If anything, at this point, Jag is using you. Jag is using you as a conduit to leave her husband because she acting as if she don't want to be with him no more. Thanks, ho. Aren't you mad that you left Texas? Aren't you mad that you left Texas, Soular? I wonder who convinced you to do it. Boom. Boom. And shout out to the official King Payne. The official King Payne, you should know that Soular is gone because isn't he planning on meeting up with you? Yeah. You're in Cali, right? Yeah, he's gone. Going back to Cali. How you think you meeting up with him, sir? You're welcome. You're welcome. Aren't y'all doing a sit down? Aren't you guys? You guys saying you said it on live. We talked about it outside of live, but you said it on live. That he's supposed to be coming out doing a sit down. You guys are supposed to be meeting. You're going to be interviewing up close and personal. Was that going to be in Texas? My. My. So, yeah, girl, you know he's gone, girl. You know he's gone, girl. Yeah, he's gone, girl. I like the movie. He ain't in Texas. He ain't in Texas. I can tell you that. So, yeah, here, flip. But, yes. So, yeah, friend, he done up with you. Yes. All my exes live in Texas. All my exes live in Texas. So yeah, that prostitute is in your state. Yeah, he's somewhere around yonder. Mm-hmm. So yeah, her flip. So that's why I was confused today because you went live and you said that you were possibly adding a new addition to the family. I thought you was adopting him. Yes, friend. I thought she was adopting him, girl. I thought she was adopting him. But I'm just like, oh, a baby, yay. So shout out to him. I hope he gets the baby. I'm super excited for him. So yeah. So here, flip. Big dot at. Be specific. Be specific. If you're gonna be basic, like don't be, you know, like low rate basic. Like don't be like basement basic, you know. Be specific. If you're talking to me, be specific. Because you can get your issue. You absolutely can. You ain't never been drugged from the chat, girl. Get your issue. Be specific. If I'm going to be a hating asshole, tell me why. Tell me why. If I want your man, tell me why. Girl, hurry up. Hurry up. Do not take long to answer to me. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Big time. So, yes, who not know exclusive from the mental hospital? That's an exclusive. So you mean to tell me I could call the mental hospital right now and anybody any patient I talk to, that's an exclusive? Because you put me up on game. You put me up on game just when you thought you had something. So I could call the mental hospital right now. Any patient I talk to, exclusive. Okay, girl. So people that think they cats, you know, and all of that. Is this cat woman that I have on the phone? Okay. Like what are we doing here? Are you saying from a men's hospital? That's not, I didn't know that was an exclusive. I didn't know that. I thought that was supposed to be private. I didn't know that. I thought that to me sounds more like an experience, like something Jaguar would get out and talk about herself. But if you view that as an exclusive, hey, don't let me stop you. Don't let me stop you. Live from the mental institution, we have live from the mental institution, we have Jaguar Wright. Booyah, 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 booyah. Okay, girl. All right. That sounds private, but go off. Go off. Girl, the true exclusive is Sam. And it gets no better. Shout out to Sam. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like you're retarded. But moving right along, that was cute. That was cute. Shout out to Trap House Kitchen. Please sub to him. He said, I cash out, bro. 15, everybody else at least $1. Y'all moms included. If half the people in here, he have a nice thank you from us and the viewers. Shout out to Trap House Kitchen to do what he said. Do with that word. Do with that word. Shout out to him. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. I am a subscriber of his. Love the channel. Y'all go check it out. But yeah, I sure do. Right. Girl, like, don't nobody got time for that. Don't nobody got time. And thank you, Trap House, for the cash app. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, nobody got time for that. Like, okay, if you view an exclusive, somebody live from a mental institution, you go right ahead. Because I literally went live for days and didn't even state where she was. If I wanted to contact her, I could have. I don't feel like don't nobody need to be talking to her right now. And if they do, oh well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It's no different than when Shanquella, when she passed away, I didn't feel like people needed to be talking to Bernard right away, her father. I know he was willing to talk, but at the same time, he's still going through a lot. This is still very new, very raw, that this man is going through. So I just feel like, to all the people that did, hey, I guess. But that's not something that I wanted to do. And I know exactly how to get in contact with Bernard. Girl, that's an exclusive. Do you know what my numbers would look like if I go live right now? Bernard Robertson comes in. But I'm not a clout chaser. I don't have to do that because I am the guy. Like, girl, I'm sitting over here with 100K, no unfit. I didn't have to be an unfit mother to a celebrity child to get it. I mean, she can't even get that. She can't even get that. Like, girl, pressed about what? Like, yeah, if I'm gonna be jealous, give me a good reason. Absolutely. She has a charm mouth. I have braces. Yeah. So that means I have a clean mouth. You can't get braces without them. She couldn't get them if her life depended on it. Tell her to go like this. Black. All around them called cavities. So, yeah, girl, please. Jealous of what? She should be jealous of my dentist. Like, that's what she should be jealous of. Like, girl, why? Absolutely. She should be jealous of my dentist and my orthodontist. Like, she should be jealous of those men because, like, they put in work. Girl, it's the glow up for me. So, yeah. Move right along. So, during this conversation, we also found out, which we just discussed, that Soular, the homeless prostitute in beige, is now clout chasing off the fact that Jaguar, okay, is leaving her husband because of him. Cool, moving right along. So he hasn't spoke to her, so I don't know how they get married and they ain't spoke. I mean, how you ain't even proposed. Can you propose first? Can you propose first? Yeah, you should be lost. You should be lost. Her mouth, okay, Black China Mama decided to leak a phone call from a mental institute with Jaguar Wright. You hear that title alone? That's what you see why I didn't put it in the title? Because that just sounds ghetto. I know I'm not too ghetto. Like, that just sounds very project-ish. Literally. Like Magnolia is like what that's given. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, girl, that's what's happening. Okay. And we talked about that because that's dry. But during the conversation, we found out some things. So since they wanted us to know, since the unfit and Jaguar wanted us to know what they discussed, we gonna discuss it. So what Turmouth Unfit should have took care of her daughter, maybe she'll have more subscribers, sat over there and said with our girl Jaguar, she said, Jag, and the unfit don't really matter. With Jag, what that word was, she was basically blaming everything on her husband. She's stating that her husband actually put his hands on her on the scene, and not only her husband, but the men that work at the barbershop. Jaguar, did they not? Why folk come term out didn't tell her that she went up and she did a pull up? I'm like, Jag, you don't remember the pull up? You know you pulled up, right? You know you went in that barbershop cutting up, right? You know that, right? You know what that's what that were. You know that happened, right? Okay. When you got in the barbershop, girl, there was a little tussle, okay? There was a little tussle. But the tussle was you putting your hands on him. He not put his hands on you, besides removing you from trying to defend it. That's what it was given. The only person that he put his hands on was Soular. Okay? Absolutely. Now, you try to break up the fight, Jag. So that if your fingers, if you have a sprain in it, you know, that's probably why. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That, or you know, I don't know if you were putting your hands on him while he was on top, because we can see. If you were putting your hands on him while he was on top of Soular, and Soular was, we're brothers, oh, we're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored, you know. So give me a high five. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm like, they didn't tell you that. You not did Termouth tell you that? She didn't. Did Burnt Gap didn't tell you that? Leave it to an unfit. But yeah, here, Flip. Yeah, it was. You did. That's what that word. You did. That was you. Did you sprain your wrist reaching for them ashes? Maybe you dug too far and it was right at the top. Hey, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. Okay. So I don't. Yes, Burnt Gap. I said it. Burnt Gap. That's when she be having the lighter in front of that bowl that with the rocks. When she be having the dollar store lighters, you know how the flame go up real high, girl. How the flame go up real high, girl. It go in between her gap when she, because you know it goes, you know, in and from hitting roaches, and because she smokes roaches. She smokes roaches. Look at her fingers. She smokes roaches. Y'all tried it. No, I'm not believing she don't smoke roaches. No. She smokes roaches. She absolutely does. And the resin and the lighter is legal. It's black. I'm whatever. So I'm, you know, it is what it is. What about it? What about if she could come check me? I mean, she absolutely can. If she could come check me about it, best she won't. Best she won't. She got so much to say about me. Okay. Tag, my turn. Okay. But I'm a win. I'm a win. I don't know about her. Girl, the F word gets boring. I thought, wow, the first time. And then after that, it's just kind of like, girl, anything else? Or are you just going to disrespect two of my friends and my cousins all day? Because so we found that out over there. We found out that her husband, you know, all of a sudden she's saying stuff about, you know, his daddy is his uncle, Herbert. Herbert now. Girl, I don't know nothing about that. Now she's sitting over there saying that man, her husband, Goomba, is twice related to his father. 3 times related to his mother. I don't know nothing about all that. I don't know nothing about all that. That's what she said. That's what that word. Okay, she said something about uncles and cousins and sisters and brothers. and him being a product of it. I'm that's what that were. That's what that were. But I don't know nothing about that. Okay? I don't know nothing about uncle cousins. I don't know nothing about uncle daddy. I don't know nothing about it. But that's what Jaguar was over there saying. Okay. Jaguar was over there saying that a girl that she should be happy that they should be happy she in a family because this is gonna be if they did ever have a baby or this is the first non-inbred wedding. Is what Jaguar was saying. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Gerald, get your wife. Gerald, get your wife. Get your wife, Gerald. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Jag was stating, okay, that she paid all the bills, all of that stuff again. Gerald, get your wife. Get your wife. Get your wife. Get your wife. So I don't know. Because that's between them. Like I said, I'm not getting in that. All right. Gerald Jaguar sitting over there saying that you're putting your hands on an eye. Now, here's the thing. I think Jag needs to realize that when she's saying something that we know isn't necessarily the truth, that we see her. Okay. So that means credibility. All right. So if you are alluding to him doing things, like she said on scene, that he attacked her and that the police attacked her, that is not true. It's like that didn't happen. And as we see the video, he did attack someone. It was a man. Jaguar's not a man. He did not attack her. That did not happen. Like we're not going to make that happen because you got a unfit on the phone with you that's just going to let you say anything just because they want an audience. So it's like she don't care. Like this is tea for her. This is tea because she could easily have this phone call with you and just went live and talked about it. That's it. She didn't have to put this public. It's still an exclusive because you talked to her. You know, so I mean, but I didn't know that she was like a YouTuber. I thought she was just this slut from the 70s that sat over there and smoked marijuana and ate chips and stuff all day and hooping and hollering, calling her husband the F word, or how he the F word if he over there hunching on that itchy coochie you got. So on that closed for business that you got over there on that closed womb that you have, girl. I mean, I just thought that it was just for ish and giggles. I didn't know that you was, you're serious. I'm like, oh, you're serious? Oh, you really want to do this? Oh, okay. Gross. Ugh. Are you going to really do this? Okay. Can we see what Storm's doing? I mean, what Dream's doing? Oh, no. Okay. Can we see what King is up to? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Can we see China's new living room? No. Oh, okay. You're trash. So, yeah, hair flip. So, gross. So you like really want to do this? I'm like, oh, she's like really my coworker. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess. Good for you. So, yays. Ugh, gross. We got enough addicts over here. We got enough criminals turned YouTubers. Or we got enough prostitute turned. Hi. We got enough of those. We got enough used to be a whole channel. Used to be a scripper channel. We have enough of those, but I guess why not? What's one more? What's one more? We got enough unfits on here. It's enough women on here without custody of their kids. It's too many women over here that can't see their grandbabies, and then here you come. Oh my God. Oh my God, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Nay, come here. Hurry up. Come here. Oh, you're not on camera. Chill out. Chill out. Come here. Damn, you doing all that? You all right? Oh my God. Who are you to me?
I'm your daughter.
Oh my God. Hi, daughter. Oh my God. I love you. Give me a kiss. Mwah. All right, I'll talk to you later. I love you too. You my daughter too. Come here. Oh my God. This is sad. You my son. Okay, I love y'all. Okay, now go. Y'all have to do this. Y'all can let me single out one child. All y'all do not have to come in here. Yeah, you tried. You tried it. You tried it. You tried it. Your turn. Now you do that. Turn out. You do that. Your turn. Your turn. Now you do it. You do that. Can you do that? But I'm jealous. Jealous for what? My kids love me unconditionally because I'm raising them. Ooh. Your turn. You call your daughter in the room real quick, girl. What that word? Call Dream in the room real quick, girl. Yeah, I thought so. All right, girl. Look, don't fuck with me. I have plenty of blessings in my life. Your turn. Your turn. Yeah, I tried this. Okay, don't get fried. Since you want to come for me, let's do it. I'll win every time. What's up? What's up? I heard you were looking for me. What's up, girl? I heard you were looking for me, girl. Okay. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to YouTube. And I said your name once. Let me get something to drink. Black China Mama is not your name, but that's your claim to fame, bitch. So yeah, like I said before, I was rudely interrupted by my beautiful family that I could call at any moment because I'm raising. Yes, hair flip. Gays. So we learned a lot during this call. We learned that allegedly Gerald ain't shit. And we learned that the Jaguar husband allegedly ain't shit. And my girl, that she is planning on leaving him, y'all. Now I talked to Gerald, okay? And Gerald is still planning on being with Jaguar. So I'm like, oh, this is sad. Because I don't think she wants you. How am I gonna tell him this? I said I should just say it on live. So Gerald, she don't want you. You should call me. Gerald, she don't want you. Gerald, what we're gonna do about this? How we gonna get her back? Is we doing a boombox with the trench coat? What we doing? How we getting her back? Because I don't think she wants you, friend. I'm so sorry to have to tell you this like this, but she did it publicly. So I don't think she want to be with you. I really don't. I think that she got love for you, but I don't think she wants to be with you, honestly. I think that Jaguar is using Soular as the conduit to leave you. I think that she needed a little boost. And I think that he may have been that boost. I think that she has love for you. I just don't think she's in love with you anymore. That's just my opinion. I think that that's the constant battle that she struggles with going back and forth. So I do think that maybe, you know, and if she's saying all of these things, you know, again, she could come home after this stuff is over with, I'm hoping soon, and have a complete change of heart. She could feel completely different, or she can still feel the same. So she still feels the same. I think that you need to be thinking about that. This could, because I think, you know, that she's not around you. At this moment, you could just feel like, oh, she's doing this because she's not here. But she could come to exactly where you are and still feel the exact same way. So if she still feels the exact same way, then that means it's probably, you know, time that y'all part ways. And I'm just saying that, you know, I wouldn't want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with me. And I think that you may feel that way too. I mean, I don't know. You could feel differently. I don't know. But on a serious note, I do feel like that's her decision. I think that she loves you, has love for you. But I don't know. I don't think she's in love with you anymore. I don't. That's just my opinion. I do. And like I said, I think that she used Soular. I do. And I don't think that when she hung out with her ex-boyfriend, that was to make you jealous. I think she was hanging out with him because she doesn't want to be with you. Mhm. I do. Um, Sometimes women have a hard time letting go. And yeah, I think that she's having a hard time letting you go, but I do think she wants to let you go. I do. And that can be hurtful, a very hurtful feeling. Again, you could feel like it's because she's not here right now, but she's steady reiterating these things. It could, like you think, you could be right. It could just be a fight. She feels some type of way. Y'all get around each other and things change. It could be, or she can get out and still feel how she feels, and not want to be with you. Um, so I think that that's something that you should ponder. I would definitely look into that and give her a little bit of time to get herself more together. And when she does, I think, try to have a conversation and see where she's at. Like, are you coming home, or is this when you get here, I shouldn't be here? Like, what how you feeling? Do you want me here when you come? Do you want me to come and pick you up? Do you want, I feel like that you should be probably pondering those things, because again, this could just be a moment. Couples do go through things, so it could just be a moment. Or this could be Jaguar, like, I'm done, like, I don't want to be with you anymore. So yeah, I think it's sad that she said it publicly like that. But with her being where she is, again, there's no alcohol or anything like that around her to consume. So that was Jaguar's sober mind saying those things. So again, that's why I would take it serious, because it's just like, okay, well, she's sober saying all this. So I don't know, I felt bad. I was just kind of like, oh. Then when she said that she loves you, I was just kind of like, oh. Because I do think she does. Because she says, I love him. She didn't say, I'm in love with him. She's not. I don't think she's in love with you anymore. I think the spark she used to see, she no longer sees. And that's okay. Again, this could just be a moment, a moment, a moment. Or this could be permanent. Jaguar's been married before. It's not her first marriage. It's not her first relationship. She's left plenty of relationships. So again, she clearly does leave, is what I'm saying. She hasn't given like permanent, that's not the T Jaguar gives. She gives more so of like a free spirit. It's like what I would say about Jaguar. She gives me hippie, like vibes. Like, I'm sure she was the type of person that loved the 70s. Because she gives me hippie, type of energy. Like, she just wants to be a free, she's a free spirit. It's how she is. And when her mind is made up, I think her mind is made up. I think you know that about her too. So again, I'm not saying that she's literally saying it's over, but I mean, in so many words, I do think that she wants to exit. I think her foot is more out the door than it's in the door. And when couples have ups and downs, I know there's ways of fixing things, if you will. And then there's sometimes you can't fix it. It's just, this ain't that. So, yeah. So I just think that you should consider, because she's saying these things publicly. So it's not like she's telling somebody behind the scenes, because I would say it's a Google behind the scenes. Like, yeah, I talked to her and she said, da, da, da. Like, you should probably check in on that. But instead, she was over there with the trifling unfits, and said it over there on an illegal phone call of a nurse's phone that was violating HIPAA, and Jaguar Wright was also violating HIPAA herself. She even stated on the phone that she paid somebody to break HIPAA. Where her on the phone breaking HIPAA, it gives validation to what she's saying. So it's just like, yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. And with, again, the doctors going on her behalf to court and stating that Jaguar is mentally ill, like, literally. Jaguar said out her own mouth because she was allegedly reading the document that she got from court that they gave her from the court hearing they had about her. And she stated that the doctor stated that she was mentally ill. That's what they said. So if they are certifying you as mentally ill, this is a big deal. Like, this is not something small. And I think Jaguar's trying to overlook it. But it's different when people calling you crazy with the doctor saying that you are mentally ill, that you are, I don't think that they have a diagnosis for you yet. So, but they are stating that you are in the mentally ill realm, that you are definitely that, is what they are stating. So again, I'm not calling Jaguar mentally ill. Doctors are. So if she doesn't feel like she's mentally ill, then she got to talk to the doctors. Shout out to Shorty. She says, plot twist, Jack was using Soular the entire time to fit her agenda. Is what is given. Is what is given. That she used, just again, he's so running around busy feeling like he's manipulating everybody, that he's being manipulated. I did too. It was just like it was easy for Jack, it was easy for me too. He for the streets. He for the streets. It's not hard to do when you for the streets. But yeah, I do believe that, again, loose term can mean she is a threat to self and others. Absolutely. And that's what the doctors are stating, that she is a threat to herself and other people, because if she wasn't, then they would release her. After the 72-hour hold is when the doctor figures out if you should be released or if you should stay. Okay? Only a doctor can confirm Jaguar to leave. He's the only person that can sign her out. He has to declare her stable. Like, she is okay to be in the environment and alone and not hurt herself or others. That's why she's still there. And then look how she went. She literally started a physical altercation between two men before getting arrested. On top of that, throwing ashes on people, which in certain states, which Texas is one of them, can be viewed as assault. Those were random people in the community. Those weren't people she knew. She didn't know those people. It's on record. It's everywhere. It's viral. So again, like, they have plenty of proof to say, and I'm sure they could even show the video in court, or gave the judge the video, showed the judge the video. And be like, this is her state before we got her. This is what she was saying. This is what she was doing. Why wouldn't she be a threat to herself and others? She would be. Yeah. She was literally intoxicated, allegedly, doing the things that she was doing. She did a pull-up. She was continuously drinking on camera. And what she was drinking, now it's not stated what was in it, but with them arresting her and whatnot, you best believe they know what's in that cup. They know what's in that cup, because I'm sure it was confiscated. So again, they have plenty of proof to state that she isn't mentally stable enough to be on her own, or especially without hurting herself or others. She is a risk to herself. Again, how she was acting, the police could have really hurt her when they got there. They could have. She could have got hurt really bad. She could have. Yeah. But they took it easy on her. So, because she could have gotten her back. She was irate when they got there, uncontrollable when they got there. So uncontrollable that they didn't feel comfortable enough putting her in the back of a squad car. Yeah. That's how unstable she was, is that they didn't feel comfortable putting her in the back of a squad car. They're like, no, she needs to go to the hospital. We can't, because you have to be coherent when Mirandas are being read to you and whatnot, even if intoxicated. That's why sometimes they're like, keep you overnight, and whatnot. So, yeah, again, they didn't even feel comfortable enough reading her Miranda rights. And I don't think that they would have arrested her. A shout out to her. She said, remember, she asked her husband if Soular could join them in bed. this is what we're not about to do. Like this, very messy, very messy. But thank you so much for the super sticker. Jen the artist said, I'll send you more when I get my taxes. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetie. Thank you so much. Shady says Solar is her worst drug. Agreed. I don't believe that they would have arrested her. Right, Lord have mercy. Absolutely. I don't believe they would have arrested her when they got there. I think that they would have left her be if she was controllable. If they would have just walked up to her and she would have been chill, I think she would have went home. I think they would have let her go. But with them literally not even being able to have a conversation with her or the conversation that they are having, it makes no sense. And then she's threatening everything in existence, everyone that is present, even again, the bystanders that she threw, certain things on. It's just like, no, I'm glad the police did send you there because again, who knows what would have happened to her? She would have went to jail in that state. Somebody could have hurt her real bad inside of there, the state that she was when she got there. So again, I'm glad they did send her to a hospital so where they could calm her down and give her certain things that could help her get rest, and all of that, so she could be calm. I'm glad that they sent her there, because again, who knows what happened to her? She went to prison or not prison, jail, because that's where she was on her way to. And with her being so irate, again, disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct, with the police, screaming profanities, and just there's a lot that was going on. And then we don't know if those bystanders wanted charges pressed for her throwing certain things onto them. We don't know that. And then the barbershop did put her on trespass. They absolutely did. So there's different reasons to why they could arrest her. They have plenty of reasons to do so. Again, that's why I said she would have just been chill. I don't think they would have arrested her at all. I think they would have let her go. But with her not being able to calm down and being extremely unstable, there was no way, because they couldn't determine if she had mental illness or not. They couldn't. So since they couldn't, and I think that that's what Jaguar means. I think that Jaguar is mad at Goomba because when the police questioned him about Jaguar's mental state, I think he said the wrong thing. I do. I'm just saying, Goomba, I think you should think back to what you said to the police officers when they talked to you, because they definitely did. And I think that when they asked you about Jaguar's state of mind and if she had any mental illness, or anything like that, I don't think you gave them an answer like, no, she doesn't have mental illness, because you're her husband. So they're going to go off of your word. If they walk up to you and they ask you something about her mental health or her mental state, and you say, I don't know what's going on, she's never acted like this before. So at that point, the police can't determine whether she has mental illness or not. They can't determine that. So instead, they got to send her off. And I feel like she blames you for that. Now, I'm not blaming you at all, because again, if you didn't recognize that behavior, then you're telling the truth. So you shouldn't feel bad for telling the truth. But at the same time, I think that she felt like you should have vouched for her. I think that's why she's angry, because Goomba never went to court. He never did any of that. So he didn't tell no judge, or anything that she needs to be where she's at. The doctor did that. And that makes complete sense, because after the 72-hour hold, the doctor is the only person that can clear her. Goomba can't clear her. So even if Goomba was there, Goomba can't say, I want my wife to come home right now, release her immediately. No, that's not how the game works. It doesn't work like that. Okay, we have her now. And with us having her, we have to declare, not what you think, because what she just did, what we have on tape right here, you can't convince me it's the same person, basically, is what the doctor's stating. She is mentally ill and she needs help. Now, this is what the doctor is stating, not SeanDavieWay. Because if the doctor did not state that, Jaguar will be at home. Her 72 hours been up. That evaluation was done. It was done. It was. And if everything was fine, then again, she's still underneath the custody of Dallas. So they didn't take you to jail because they couldn't figure out if you were mentally stable or not. If you understood what was going on, if you understood what you did. And if you don't, then that's when they send you to the doctor. I've worked with people like this that have mental illness and have had certain behaviors and stuff in public, so what they hurt people, not deliberately, is because of their mental illness, and they've been sent to places just like this, and we have had to pick them up from it, and whatnot. But depending on what you do, like with Jaguar, she's not stated like mentally ill prior to this. So with that being said, with Jaguar being where she is now, she is technically under arrest still. That's why it feels like more so of like a detention center-ish and not like a literal hospital like type setting, because you're technically under arrest. The only reason you're not in jail again is because they didn't know of your mental state. If you have mental illness, if you suffer from it, they didn't know. Because people with mental illness, they don't just throw them in jail. They don't do that, especially if there's record of it. Jaguar has no record of it. This is her first record. So with this being the first record of her having allegedly mental illness, then in the future, if something like that was to happen again, it's documented so that they know if she's done something like this before, or they felt that she had mental illness, another doctor, then it will be stated already. But nothing like this has ever happened, Nothing like this has ever happened. As far as I'm concerned, she's never truly been diagnosed with anything. But with this doctor stating that, hey, she has mental illness, I'm not about to argue with a doctor. Now, if Jaguar wants to argue with the doctor, she can go right ahead. And she can go right ahead. But, hair flip. So she has been she's never been declared mentally ill. It will be documented. What are you talking about? Send it to me. Don't tell me about it. Be about it. It's Sean from New Orleans area. I wish. I love New Orleans. So beautiful there. I wish. Right. She will be diagnosed now. She absolutely will. She will be diagnosed now. She be talking too much. 3 weeks ago, she talked about Jay-Z. So they sent Soular, oh Lord, on her. Now look where she is at now. The industry can do what they will to her. Hope they don't clone her. Interesting. My full girl says also her behavior at the hospital as well contributed to them holding her as well. I agree. They're investigating her and considering all things. Now, again, if she acted mentally stable, or if the doctors didn't view her as mentally ill, then they would have diagnosed that based off of her behavior while she was there. So that definitely means that she is still doing things that show signs of mental illness. So she's not making anything better. Like, if anything, it's getting worse. Like, it's not getting better. If it was getting better, they would have released her, because they would have felt like, no, she's fine. She's completely said she can be on her own. I don't know, maybe she just had a moment. She says she's been going through a lot, but she's shown us no signs of a person that needs to stay here. She's still there. So that says a lot. Like, so I mean, if she wants to push a narrative like, they hold me against my will, okay, fine. I'm not about to argue with her. I'm not arguing with her. I'm not. And I'm also not about to argue with this doctor. If a doctor's stating that she has mental illness, take it seriously. Do something about it. Like, this is not a joke. This is your life. Like, hearing that you have mental illness can be a hard thing to take. It can be, kind of crushing, because then it makes you feel like you're losing your mind. And nobody wants to feel like that. Like, nobody want to feel that way. But instead of getting help, it's like people are trying to enable her to continuously be that same person. No, like, she needs help. This woman needs help. But let's just ignore it and let her. Who knows what she'll do next time if this happens again? What if it's not a barbershop the next time? What if she's running in a police station like that after some damn body? Or something like that. This will get worse. It's because she needs to know what she's dealing with so that she can deal with it. This is literally classified deflecting. She's deflecting from her diagnosis. Don't deflect. It's like she won't take it. She is, I don't know. It's like she's in disbelief, of it. And huge denial. That's not good news. I get it. To hear that you have mental illness, but it doesn't mean that you can't deal with it. Doesn't mean it can't be managed. You're never going to know that if you don't figure out what's going on with you. Get educated on what your body and your mind and whatnot may be going through in ways that you may be able to live a better, productive life. Like, she should be worried about those things. And that's what her friends should be telling her, not encouraging her. Because if you sit here encouraging her to do this stuff, she's not getting out. She's not. Y'all gonna look up and she literally gonna be somewhere in a group home or something like that. Like, let's not let her become a ward of the state. Let's not encourage her to do that, to where the state takes over her life. Instead of Britney Spears' daddy taking over her life, a conservatorship, it's the same thing with the state. The state can do the same thing. If they don't feel that her husband is capable of doing the certain things that needs to be done, they can make her a ward of the state. They can. There's options. So let's not encourage her to keep doing things that may hurt her. Like, that's trash. Like, be honest with her. Jaguar, you need to be where you are. You need help. Love you down. But there's things that are going on with you that we cannot help you with. That being on YouTube is not going to fix. That going to do a 2-hour journal on Philadelphia will not fix. Stop fighting that doctor and listen to him. Just listen. Hear him out. That's what I'm going to say. So she don't want to talk to me. No. She want to talk to trash. So I don't care. She could call me right now and say the same thing. Take the help. You need to get better. There are things wrong. I don't know what they are. I don't have the answers. I don't. But I know you're around a lot of people that do. You're around a lot of people that can help you figure that out. I know that. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a professional. I don't know what's going on with you. I can't diagnose anything. I can't prescribe you anything. I can't do none of that. It's unfortunate. I wish I could, but I can't. Take this time and figure out what's going on. Like, trying to run out of here with this energy that you have right now will fix nothing. That is why you are still there. Doctor's request. Not your husband. He don't have any power. You hold more power than anybody, Jaguar. Don't let them take it. Because they can. If you sit in there and prove yourself to be unstable enough, they can take it. They can take it. So don't do that. Figure out how you can take back control of your life. How you can get your life back. Don't let these people encourage you and to keep doing the things that you're doing, because if they were the right things, you wouldn't be where you are. It's that simple. We're not going to make this rocket science. You need help. And not in a negative way. Anybody that is going through mental illness needs assistance, at least into figuring out what is wrong so that they can manage it. You can't manage it if you don't know what's going on. You don't get to just ignore it. Too much has happened. This was big. This could have ended worse. What? Like you not being here anymore type of situation. Like, let's not act like this was just something small. It wasn't. Big enough to where it scares your whole family. Everybody in your family is afraid. Not of you, of what's happening to you or what could happen to you. Not what you're doing to them. What the thought of not having you makes them feel like was the fear. So it's like, let's get with that. Let's get with that. Don't give a damn about no exclusive. This is woman's life. It may be a joke to you. It may be just, oh, let me click on and watch. Yeah, she actually going through this. Are you sitting in that hospital right now? Is the bitch that interviewed her sitting in that hospital right now? No, we're not. So we don't know what she's going through. We don't know. I don't feel like that's something to profit off of, but go off. Like I said, I sat here for days and didn't say Jaguar's location. So you think if she called me, I'm going live with it? Like y'all are weird. Jealous of what? Because it wouldn't have happened online either way. Because I actually F's with Jaguar. So that wouldn't have happened. Sorry. I would have just came live and told y'all what she said. Oh, she told me to tell y'all this. I'm not going live with that. This woman in a mental institute. This woman is in a hospital, literally. She don't know what's going on at all. She has no idea. She's just assuming. That's it. They gave her that court document because for her record, it is her legal right to have that court document. But they're already going to court without you. They're already making decisions without you. They're already doing that, Jaguar. Don't let this get worse. Like, fix this while you have the chance. And your husband will be more essential to you than against you. So you sitting here letting this trifling tar-mouth skank let you say all these crazy things about your husband, who they may give power of attorney over you. He is not your enemy right now. He is still legally married to you. So I'm not about to sit there and let her come at Goomba like that. Where she at, he can have a lot of power over her. So let's piss him off. Let's get him as angry as we can. Let's say here, oh, I've been told you to leave him. And y'all think I'm pressed? Pressed about what? This is ghetto. This is trifling. Let's enable her into bad situations. If she is not able to speak on her own, with them not claiming her mentally stable enough to do so, by stating that she is mentally ill, they will be giving a lot of power of attorney to her husband. So let's piss him off. Let's make him mad. Let's drive him away, because that's smart. Yeah, but I'm pressed. Pressed about what? That's her. Jaguar got to deal with that. And the friends that assist her have to deal with it too. So this same person you live rah-rah against, saying this and that about, calling him out his name, all of this, he could do Jag dirty. They give him power of attorney over her, or put a conservatorship on her. The only way that they will release her is if certain things and stipulations like that are met. Who you think they're giving that power to? They're not giving it to her mama. They're not giving it to her son. They're giving it to her husband, next of kin. Her husband will have that power over her. She's married. Like, hair flip. But let's make him mad. Yeah. Because that's what friends do. But people want to make it seem like I'm not a friend. Oh, I definitely am, mama. Oh, yeah. Because friends don't move how you move. You're basic. You're basic. Again, I would never hang with an unfit anyway. We don't got nothing to discuss. I'm too busy doing what you didn't want to do. Raise a kid. We have different worries. No, we don't have nothing in common. I'm sitting here struggling to do what I'm doing. Like mentally, being a parent is a lot. It's a lot on you, being a parent. There's no other sacrifice like it when you're a good one. You wouldn't know nothing about it. So we don't have nothing to talk about. I would rather hang out with a poor single mother taking care of her kids. I'll be best friends with somebody like that over a hoe that couldn't even raise one. So like I said, she knew who to call. When you feel trifling, you call somebody trifling. When you feel classy, that's who you call. So again, if she want to be friend, let her ruin her relationship with her husband, who may have more power than Jaguar is willing to realize right now. So be it. So be it. Who am I? Let's see how hard that friend fight for you. Let's see how hard. I mean, we'll see. We absolutely will. Because I'm still going to fight for Jag. I will still contact her husband and be like, look, is there something we can work out? Because come on now. Like, we got to figure something out. I get you're upset. I get she said a lot. I'm that friend. And Jaguar could despise me. She ain't never got to speak to me again. Oh, well. Oh, well. I will still give a good word. I will still try to convince Goomba to not do her badly. Because you can return a favor doesn't mean you have to. Sometimes you got to be the bigger person and just walk away. You know, so I will still be that person. Like, I don't care. She ain't never got to speak to me a day again in life. That's fine. I'm not about to cuss her out. I'm not about to come for. I'm not going back and forth with Jaguar. I found out today that Jaguar is mentally ill. I'm not arguing with her. I'm not doing that. Yeah, and I'm not calling her mentally ill. A doctor. Okay? A doctor diagnosed her. I'm not arguing with that. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. He's paid to do so. Who am I? I may think she has an amazing personality or just a outlandish way of thinking or just a remarkable imagination. The doctor could look at that as mental illness. I'm not a doctor, so I can't. I'm not going to argue with the doctor, though. You know, and as far as I'm concerned, the doctor stated that Jaguar is unwell, that she's not well, that she needs time there still. You know, they don't feel comfortable releasing her to the community in her state. So if Jaguar is sitting there, you know, saying, hold on, saying disrespectful things, whether there's threats and stuff like that, no different than her being on the phone, saying what she was saying, blaming it on everybody but her, you know, stuff like that. Doctors know what they see. They see the signs of whatever they feel that this person may be suffering from. I'm not a doctor. So again, I'm not stating that she has mental illness, but hearing that she has mental illness to me is not hard to believe. It's not hard to believe, is all I'm saying. You know, it's not like that is so far out, like her having, like that woman ain't got, she could. Mental illness just comes, and mental illness is not like a end or anything like that. You know, it's just something that you're born with. Sometimes it clicks early in life. Sometimes it clicks later on. You know, no different than things like dementia and, you know, other things. You know, some people get it early and some people get it, you know, later on, but it was always there. Type of situation. So it could be the same thing with Jaguar. She's not special. Like, we don't need to excuse her. We need to help her. We need to help her. Stop trying to excuse it. Look what she just went through. That could have been so much worse. So much worse. So it's like, when are y'all going to be happy when she get hurt? When she jump off something? When she points something at herself? Like, she swallowed a bunch of, you know, something like, when is enough for y'all to realize that, you know what, she may have mental illness. She may. And if a doctor is stating it, you know, it's not, well, I don't trust what doctors say. Well, I damn sure gonna trust a doctor before you, because you ain't one. It be the ones that don't know what 6 times 6 divided by 3 plus 7 times 6 divided by 4 mean for me. It's just like, yeah, you're not smart yourself. Just because your mama went to the doctor 6 times and they said it was this and they found out it was something completely different. So they still found it. You wouldn't have. Why you ain't figured it out? Like, y'all kill me with I don't trust hospitals and I don't trust doctors and I don't trust this and I don't trust that. And that's why y'all be dead early. That's why y'all be dead early. That's why it's people like that man that just took out his whole family. There's definitely some mental illness there. Definitely. And if he would have went to the hospital, he probably could have figured out what was going on with him. He probably could have figured that out. But if he had the mind frame like y'all don't trust doctors, maybe he wouldn't have took out his whole family, including himself at the end. So many sane people that's running around doing things like that. Just saying. I gotta stop that. I gotta stop that. That's why a lot of y'all don't be here. That's why. Because y'all won't go to the doctor and stuff like that. That'd be the problem. You could have found out 7 years ago that you have breast cancer. But instead, like, you know, so like, let's not have that type of mind frame. We need to get into the doctor as much as possible. We absolutely do. The dentist and everywhere else. Black people got that shit bad. No, we need to go to the doctor. Trust what they say. That's what other opinions are for. That's why they call it the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. You can go check out and see what other people say too. If you don't like what this white doctor say, go see what the Asian one got to say. If you don't like what the Asian one got to say, go see what the black one got to say. If you don't like what the black one got to say, go see what the Latino one got to say. You know, I mean, but it doesn't mean like, y'all got to stop that. Like, everything is not a conspiracy. Like, stop it. Like, let's not encourage people to not get help. Like, because that's what it's given. Like, mental illness is bad. No one, you know, especially in the entertainment world, is capable of mental illness. You know, Jaguar's not capable of that. How? Why anybody is? Anyone could have mental illness. It just happens. It's not something that's planned. It just kind of happened. Just like menstrual cycles and menopause, and you know, something. It did. Not everybody goes through a midlife crisis, but some people do. Some people do have midlife crises. Some just don't. You know, they just want their experience. You know, so we got to stop that. Like, everything is not a conspiracy. So if this doctor is stating that she has mental illness, if she goes and gets a second opinion from a doctor you trust, and they say the same thing, are you going to believe it then? I mean, how many doctors do it take? That's not a coincidence. If you are literally sane, it's easy to get out of a 72-hour hold. They even put you on hold just for if you try to take your life, you know, and things like that. So if all weekend you don't try to take your life and they talk to you and you seem normal, they're asking you questions, you're giving logical answers, you know, things like that, realizing what you did, realizing that you shouldn't do it anymore, saying these things on your own, you can get right out. Right out. You can get right out. But if they come into you talking to you still, and you saying what she said on the phone to the unfit, what Jaguar was saying on the phone, if that's how she's talking to the doctor, if that's how she's talking to the nurses, y'all got to stop thinking everybody know her. Everybody in that hospital, I'm pretty sure, especially that damn doctor, don't have a clue who she is. So because y'all know her from YouTube, you know, all of this stuff in music and whatnot, it does not mean that they know, like, why y'all expecting? Because we know her. If Jaguar Wright came in, I would have known that she ain't got mental health and mental illness. This is just how she is. She's just like that. No, with health professionals, it's something wrong with her. Something is not right. This clock ain't, the digits ain't going all the way around. We got to see what that were. We got to see what that were. Okay? And they're going to watch your behavior, how you speak with other people. So that means obviously she's having problems with even people there. There's certain issues because they watch that stuff too. They would rather you not get into it than be, like she said, she's there teaching them how to, she in there teaching, girl, did nobody get, who can, she got a sign-up sheet in there for yoga, you know, and all of that meditation in room B3. Girl, what is you doing? Get your ass in here and sit down. Not she in there got events planned, all of that stuff. Like, that's what she said. Nah, she said she in there teaching them stuff and she got them. You ain't supposed to be doing none of that. I'm like, oh my God. Like, who made you the activities planner? And you wonder why the hell you still there. They looking for the clients. They all in your room. Girl. I'm like, girl, look. Nah, I got time for this. Now, we need you to sit still. Nah, take the meds. Stop talking to people. You be quiet. I know you like to talk, girl. Wait. We ain't got time for this. I'm just like, girl, you ain't here volleyball practice tomorrow. And if y'all come in here early in the morning, we go I'm like, I'm gonna do a mini concert. If y'all want tickets, y'all gotta get them through Nurse Tony. It's 5-gram crackers for front booth, top for bottom bunk, and it's 10-gram crackers for top bunk. Okay, with an extra pack of saltines and a pack of ramen. Nah, I'm singing 4 songs and 4 songs only. That is it, because we got to get over to meditation class in the middle of the hallway by 5:15. Now, didn't nobody tell her to go in there and do all this shit? I got time for that. Now, she done came in here and hide herself as girl. Yes. And she didn't just hide herself as activity planner. Just like, girl, got the nurses' cell phones and all that. It's like, girl, what is it? What? She got the block on lock already. Like I said, she done read everybody's files in there. She know why all of them that half of them don't even need to be here. They just need to be here because they ain't got no place to stay. God, how does she know this? Oh, how does she know this? I'm like, oh. How you know these women ain't got nowhere to stay, girl? I'm like, who told you that? Hurry up. I'm like, girl, let me find out you read these people documents. And they say that in there. I said, oh, God. Girl, we trying to get you out of there. Girl. Now you're trying it. Now I'm trying to be helpful. I am. Like, this is serious. It's like, girl, you in the day, you acting like you were at the crib. You not, why is you so, you're supposed to be comfortable? You comfortable but uncomfortable. You ain't said nothing about tripping, nothing like that. You said things see, because she said she had injuries. Now, she said the people ain't seen her because of the injuries that they ain't been attended to. Okay, let me find out ain't no injuries. That'll be one of the first things they do. I'm like, girl, like, chill. Like, let's just relax. Because when the doctor did that evaluation on you, you said anything about your finger. If you just went like this, see, I can't even move my finger, then you sitting there talking to him, you doing all this. Then you break out with the spear fingers. You know, all of that. I'm sure he looking at you like, what? Just wrote it down. It's just like, girl, we need you to chill. Okay? You did doing the most. Now, you related to the judge, allegedly your husband, and you said his family is the clumps. Oh my God. So she said the man family is the clumps, y'all. I take this fork and stick it between the crack of your eye. Show me. So, your girl, she said the man family is the clumps, y'all. Yes. And she said his family is a bunch of big ears. Is what she said. It's a bunch of biggins. Over there is what she said now. She said they're the clumps, squads in the church. Is what she said that there was, some girl. So she said, she said that they big. They big. James and the Giant Peach big. So good. So that's what set up this. So that's what that were. She said his family eats separate rotisserie chickens. They all get their own. Is what she said. So, and on top of that, they allegedly laying on top of each other. Okay, they're over there wheezing on top of each other, procreating, is what she said. Okay, Now I don't know what that word. I don't know what that word. I don't know what that word. I'm not getting into that. But she says that she was trying to prevent her husband from putting his hands on Soular. Okay. Now that's true. Why she don't remember starting all of this ish, I don't know. So you remember that, but you don't remember. You remember running up in there? You remember it? You don't remember it? You don't remember it? You don't remember that you started all this? You okay. Highlights. That's what they say when you drink. Highlights. I think she's putting a lot on her husband because again, she feels like he is the reason that she is in there. She don't care nothing about no Soular, is what it's giving. She even let Tarmouth disrespect Soular. So she don't care about no Soular. Jaguar did not sleep with Soular. I do want to confirm that. That did not happen. They did not sleep together. So for all the people that's going around kind of like that's tea, it's not. Because they did not sleep together. They did not. Did Jaguar find him attractive? I don't know. Ask her. I don't know. But they did not sleep together. That did not happen. Okay, from Jaguar's mouth and from Soular's mouth, that did not happen. Jag don't want no damn Soular. She does not want him. She could easily have him, I guess, if she did, but she don't want him, and they did not sleep together. He stated it himself. It would be even more tea because he's already clout chasing off of her, so that would be super clout, right? Saying that he slept with her. Soular is stating that shout out to my boo Tamika. She says, I love watching you, Sean. Keep doing your thing. I love you. Thank you, sweetie. I really love you. Thank you, Tamika, girl. I love you, girl. God first says, Jag not crazy, just a little mental ill. I agree. I agree. Now I don't think she's like literally like out of her mind, but I could see her having a little peace, a mental illness, a little peace. I could just a little touch, you know, just a little, you know, a little poke of something wrong with you. Yeah, you know, just a little, very pure, and my intentions still are pure. That's why I said I'm not gonna go against Jag. I'm not cussing her out, you know, or anything like that. Like for what? I have no reason to. I still love her, and I want the best for her. I have love for her, you know, and I like, oh my God, I love her. Like I have love for her. And I want the best for her. I don't want her lost in translation and all of that stuff. Like I said, Jack could never speak to me again, and I would still have love for her. I don't care. Jack could cuss me out. Jack could come for me, and all I'm going to say is, I love you. I hope you get the help that you need. And if you got the help that you need, I wish you a strong journey. Okay? I'm done with the whole, like I said, I don't feel that way. When you like somebody, when you care for somebody, I'm not going after them. I'm just not doing that. If they want to come for me, they're going to be arguing with themselves. So, I mean, even if she did, she could come for me right now. She's going to be arguing with herself. I don't care what she says. I don't care what she would post, anything like that. I'm not attacking her. I'm just not doing it. I don't care. I don't care. I promise. I act like she's not even talking. I just wouldn't care. I would just, if you come in my chat like, Sean, did you see what Jaguar said about you? Send her my love. Tell her that. How about that? I don't care what she said. Tell her that I have no problem with her. I wish her the best. If she ever wants to talk, I'm here. I will keep an open line, not blocking her on anything, you know, or anything like that. If she wants to talk to me, I'm going to be here for you. I don't care. She could cuss me out. She could do all that. And I would just completely ignore it. And when she speaks to me, I wouldn't even bring it up. I wouldn't. I would just be glad she wanted to talk. I was like, hey, how you doing? You know, again, I'm not coming for her. I don't care. Because my intentions were always pure from jump. I only want what's best for her. I do. Now, you know, I'm comical, you know, so I joke around. I'm a comedian, a real one. You know, so it's what I do. But this is my commentary. The people come for a show. Again, I can mix it up. you know. So, but yeah, I truly care about Jaguar. I do. So, and I'm going to keep doing that. Like, again, me being unbiased, people take a shade, you know, and it's not shade. It's just I'm not going to be biased. If I see something that I feel like Jag needs to be held accountable for, if there's something that's being stated that Jag may have did, I'm not going to ignore that because I like her. That wouldn't be me being real. It wouldn't. So I'm not going to ignore it. Like, I'm gonna bring it up. It's been mentioned a lot that she was allegedly sleeping with Soular. You know, all of that. I asked her husband. I asked Soular. I asked her. She said that none of that was true. Soular said it wasn't true. Her husband said it wasn't true. So the only people that are saying it's true are haters. Because where's your proof? An assumption is not proof. That doesn't prove anything because you feel. Fuck your feelings. That's how I look at it. I've had people lie on me. There was somebody that said I slept with Slodio. Slodio said that I slept with him. I was very offended by that. So that if people have lied on me before and said that they slept with me, that I never even met. Literally, we're just in the same city. So it's happened to me. So why would I not feel the same way about Jaguar? Right. So if people lied on me, why wouldn't they lie on you? Because it's not true. Nobody has came forward with proof because there is none. Because it didn't happen. Gross. Y'all can come forward with assumptions because that's all it is. I assume they are because this and this and that. Okay, that's an assumption. That isn't proof. That you're not proving anything, assuming anything. It's just an assumption. It's gossip, drama. That's all that is. Even if, and they be trying to be real convincing about it. Like, you know how you could convince me that they slept together? Some proof. I don't know. I don't know. Some proof? Got any of that? Because I hear you doing this, and that's all you're doing. You're just talking. Right. Okay. That's how I look, because I'm going to tune out, right? I'm going to be bored. If somebody like, oh, Jaguar, right? You got about a good 5 minutes to prove that they slept together. If you don't, you've completely lost my interest. On to the next. Maybe it's somebody else with it. And they title, and they got some text messages or I don't know, a picture of them kissing on the cheek or something that showed them being romantic, besides somebody just coming forward just saying it. You know, yeah, they're not sleeping together. They didn't sleep together. None of that happened. Yeah. So if I was a fake friend, I would just sit here and allude to it so I could keep the conversation going. But I'm not going to do that. It's not true. All parties involved said no. Again, if you're going to say that it is true, prove it. If you can't prove it, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Like that. I'm just like, that is so trash. Like, it was this dude YouTuber this morning. He was going real hard about it. I'm like, there's no proof of that. Like, you really pressed. Like, do you want to sue Jaguar? Because like, why are you so in between her legs right now? Like, get out that woman's legs. Like, she said no. He said no. Who are you to say any different? But without any receipts, it's just I feel. And who would sin for somebody? Who said she sinned for? What receipt she sinned for him? Like, y'all just be talking. I was just like, ugh. Shout out to Jenna Otter. She says, as a behavior therapist, this is breaking my heart. Oh, we have feelings too. Oh, we take all your pain home with. No, just had a teen pass away. No, everything you just said is sad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and they don't realize that too. That people don't be realizing that we do be taking that home with us. We do, because when I was working with some of my clients, I would talk about when I got home. I wouldn't say their names, but I would just be like, I really hope he do this tomorrow, and I really hope she do this, and I really hope he da 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 da. Because we really care about them. It's not like just like, oh well. We really care. Then I says, sending you, Jag, and everyone here great vibes and wonderful blessings. Love your show. I need me a part 2 on Monica and Jarvis. Ooh. Keep being you. I absolutely. Well, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you. Is beautiful. Is yeah. So hold on. Sorry, I'm getting to your comments. The Real Cannabis Queen says, like I said, when you was letting them talk about demons on your page, wasn't no damn demons, just adults who refuse to take accountability. Okay, girl. She said, like I said. She said, like I said, like rolling her eyes. She definitely was rolling her eyes when she said it. Gone, Real Cannabis Queen. She said, like I was telling you. Like I was telling you. Carefully. So, what? No, they don't. Who? You talk about? Yeah, that's why I'm studying psychology, but I don't think I could be a therapist or social worker. I already had enough people who take those jobs are courageous in my eyes. Yes, very courageous, very courageous. Um, what that word? What that word? Let's see. Hold on, I skipped. I skipped some. I want to skip to because the chat just be jumping because I'm popular. Um, Boom, right there. King World says just message Gerald and he said that a lie. That is not specific at all, but okay. Shout out to you. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but because we said a lot. So. But yeah, but please stay away from her. She doesn't want light. Who are you talking about? Jaguar? Jaguar? Are you talking about her? Are you talking about her? Are you talking about Tarma? Are you talking about Tarma? Are you talking about Tarma? No. Are so you're not messing with her anymore? No, I am. I definitely F's with Jag. I definitely F's with Jag. Yeah. So time for MJ cousin. I think you think so. What I like that. What I like that. Because let's not do that. Let's not do that. You can DM me. Yeah, I'm not put Gerald out like that. I was just literally texting him before I got live. So yeah, I don't really want to like expunge on Gerald. I don't. You know, however Gerald's feeling. I mean, maybe you can bring him on your show and y'all can talk about it. But I feel like enough people have been involved with the. Yeah, I don't want to use Gerald for clout. So like I don't want to. You know, I don't want to do that. I don't have a conversation about him because I could literally just call him like, hey, can you tell me what King World said the lie is? I mean, I could literally do that. I don't want to keep involving him in things. I feel like there's enough going on. I mean, his wife is just literally live, cussing him out, calling him, saying that his family is incestuous. And, you know, I mean, there's just, it's just a lot. Like, I don't want to keep involving him. And I think that he should stop involving himself too. That's why I just talked to him privately and just leave it at that. I mean, again, this is content for us. This is their life. So yeah, I want to keep them out of it. So I mean, if you want to just chop it up, just you and I talk about this conversation, King World, we can do that. But I want to leave Gerald out of it. I don't want to keep bringing him up. We could talk about Soular. That's fine. But Gerald, I mean, I don't know how I would feel if my wife was live saying what she said about him earlier. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel. I definitely would want somebody like me, somebody who I call myself me and Gerald cool. I would want somebody, live pivoting off of my life like that. I like to say what I feel like he can handle because I feel like he does watch. So yeah, I'm just trying to leave him out of it. Him, Sam. I'm trying to leave the both of them, completely out of it. That's what that word. That's what that word. So that's all that is. Because I could literally read the text messages we were talking. We talk all the time. But yeah, I don't view him as content. I feel like it's enough going on with his name. So, but we can chop it up about something else if you want to do that. Shout out to my boo Low Key. She says, "Love the compassion you give. Always thinking up for yourself." Oh yeah, absolutely. Shout out to you, Loki. Love you. I love you, Loki. Love you, girl. Thank you, Loki. Love you. Yeah. So again, I don't want to keep involving him. I mean, because I could have been interviewed him again, call him right now. And he will answer. He'll say, "Hey, how you doing?" But I just feel like what happened earlier, especially, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, I felt bad for him. Damn! I was like, Jaguar, girl, chill out. Like, that girl, that is heavy. That is heavy. So yeah, I just want to leave him out of it. That's all. I even feel like I've involved them, and it's just like, I mean, they started all this bullshit though. So look, Gerald, don't try to make it seem like we started this. We did not. Soular did. That's so you, Soular, and your wife. So but yeah, I just feel like she literally drug him. She did. That was a lie. That was a lie. I was just like, whoa, Jaguar. Whoa, Jaguar. That was a lot. It was heavy. I was like, girl, this your husband. I was like, stop it, Jaguar. Stop it, Jaguar. But that's what happens when you're on the phone with, ghetto people. That's what happens when you're on the phone with ghetto people. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. You ain't send them away. The chat goes fast. So I haven't seen a comment in a while. But this link is for King World. It's just for him. Okay. It's just for King. It's just for him. I'll drop it again just in case. Because I can't pin it. Because I'm in the stew. I'm in the stew. King World. But there you go. It's in the chat. 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 But yeah. Shout out to King World. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Go subscribe. King World. Yeah. But yeah. Ooh, now be careful. He's a stalker. Y'all be nice to King World. What he did. What that were? 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 Y'all already being shady. Y'all already being shady. Y'all already being shady. The link is in the chat. If he's still here, I don't know if he's still. Maybe he left. But if he's still here, he definitely can. I'm not being shady. I'm not being that way at all. I'm just saying, like, content to content creator. Like, if you want to go forward with content on what Gooba's saying, because again, I have plenty of content that I could go live with Goomba, but I just want to leave him out of it. That's all I'm saying. Like, we can talk about anything else. I just don't want to talk about behind the scenes things. Whatever he talked about with you, that's between y'all. Y'all. And just like what he talked about with me, between me and him. So that's all I'm saying. No shade. I don't have a problem with you. Yeah. It is what it is. But yeah. But I'll drop it one more time because I was about to get out of here. Anyway, we about to hit our 2-hour mark. No, he could be live because wasn't he going live? It seemed that way. Yes, see, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, he could be live. See, y'all trying to be shady and try to don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all are so messy. Do y'all want to come up and give y'all thoughts? Y'all definitely can. If anybody wants to hit the link, I was just dropping it because King had asked for it. But yeah, if y'all want to hit the link real quick and come up, you just watch the profanity. If you want to, come up, I'll give it, I'll stay live for, a little bit, but I would love to hear what y'all think. So if you just want to hit the link, come up and say, hey, or just give your thoughts and opinions, send Jag a little prayer, or something like that. You definitely can. I know y'all been wanting me to open up the piano for a while. I ain't opened it in a while. But I'll open it for y'all, y'all want to come through real quick. And, whatever. If Tarmouth is here, hit the link. Tarmouth, hit the link. Are you here unfit? Hit the link, girl. Come up here and call me a naggy. Come up here and call me a naggy. Ooh. Are you here, girl? Hit the link. Yeah. Y'all go get her. Y'all go get Black China Mama. Go hit the link. Girl. Oh, baby, you want me? Where you could get this roasting gag for free. Where you could get this roasting gag for free. Where's Ashtray Mouth? Yeah, where's Burnt Gap? Yeah, where Black China Unfit Mother? Where's she at? Where the girl that abandoned, the woman that abandoned her only responsibility in life, her daughter. Where's she at? Where's she at? Come hit this link since you have so much to say. Since you want my attention so bad. Girl, come and get your issue, Tarmouth. Come and get your issue, gingivitis. Girl, come get your issue. Come get your issue, girl. Come get your issue. I heard you was looking for me. I heard you was looking for me. Girl, I'm not hard to find. Y'all gotta stop acting like I'm the president. I'm very so much not. I'm not hard to find. Girl, here I be. Is there something you have to say? Because I say everything I just said to your face. We could do the remix. Because I invented it. We could do the remix. Girl, you love saying my name. Okay, what's up? What? What do you want, Unfit? Girl, what do you want? Girl, you eat cigarettes. Girl, like, girl, what? Ashtray Mouth? Like, what's tea? I thought an Unfit was looking for me. I'm like, girl. Bro, you look for me? I'm not hard to find. Girl, you always up. You're an addict. I mean, you're an addict. You're always up, girl. You're always up, girl. You ain't sleep. You ain't sleep. You ain't sleep. You tried it. They be looking for you until you say, here I am. You say, here I am. And they hide. Hilarious. Yeah. Ooh, I'm sorry. I see Miss Blue back here. Hi, Miss Blue. Hi.
Hello, Sean. Can you
How
hear
are
me?
you?
I'm great. I'm great. And I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Okay, I just want to say one little quick thing
Mhm.
about Jack's may or may not be mental state. I noticed a lot in a lot of damn near all her interviews or podcasts or whatever. It's the flip of the voice for me that kind of made me feel like she may need to talk with someone. Not necessarily the information, it's just her uh mm, the inflection of her voice. It's like she's one person, and then the next second, if she's speaking on something else, she's a completely different person. So I just felt like the signs were there. It's just sad that it had to come out, in the public like this in such a bad way.
I agree with you. I think it's sad that it had to come out this way too. I wish that I wish Jaguar the best. I just want her to get help, honestly. That's truly what I want for her. If I don't want her to get help, I will come for her, and I will not do that because I don't feel like
Yeah.
this is the time to come for somebody. If you see someone that needs help, even if you can't offer it, I don't think that you should, make things worse. And that's how I feel. Like I don't want to make things worse. I want to make things better if I can. So,
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for having me up. I'm gonna hop off. You have a good night.
oh, you too. Thank you so much for coming, sweetie. Shout out to King World.
What up? What up? What up, Sean? What's good with it, yo?
I'm good.
What's
How you
good?
doing?
You already know what it is, man. Trying to make some sense up out of this thing, man, because I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I've been reporting on carbonation. Shout out to you. I remember when you went in on Nature Boy. Put that motherfucker elbow on his ass. That's right. I already know. You already know. Ain't nothing but love, brother. So I wanted to ask you because people been sending me messages and they were saying that Soular is a legend that him and Jaguar are supposed to get married.
Okay. So as far as I know, Soular reached out to a couple people today. And they because he doesn't whatever. I have basically I'm not gonna say spies, but I have people that he's in contact with. And the people that he's in contact with stated that he has not spoke to Jaguar. He has not spoken to her at all whatsoever. So how he planning anything, not knowing what's going on with her? And he is no longer in Texas where she is. So what? I mean, like, what's going on with that? What that were? That wouldn't make any sense if for these plans to be going on and he has no contact with her and he's also no longer in Texas.
Okay. All right. Because I just wanted to make sure you didn't believe no stuff like that. Because see, because I know Nature Boy be running game, Carbonation be running game like hell. And I just want to make sure that he wasn't behind the scene trying to create something to put it out here on social media. That's the main thing.
I do still think he's behind the scenes trying to create things.
Oh yeah,
that is not over. There's more that he is trying to express. Just like now with Jaguar not bad mouthing him, he's already running off of the energy that they are still in cahoots. So him and Jaguar, he's making it seem like we are still talking, and they are not. He hasn't said a word to him. Now she's discussed him because how could she not? Well, what just happened? But other than that, Jaguar has no wish or anything to be back around Soular. Now, I don't think she has a problem with them, but she's not checking for him. No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was the main thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll let you get back to the show. Like I say, I will get at you whenever that you got time. Man, we can go through some of this, you know, if you with it, you know.
I would love to.
Okay. Because it's tons of information, just whatever you need. I told a couple other channel holders that too. If it's anything on the backstory about him that you want to know, man, just let me know. Because I'll be sitting back watching too, bro.
Oh, no, I definitely will. So definitely hit me up on IG. And I would love to exchange information with you. Maybe even do a collab or something like that. I think that would be dope.
That's what's up. Like I say, I'm for it, man. So like I say, I definitely will. Is your name the same on Instagram?
Yes, it's the same.
Okay. All right. I definitely will. And I appreciate it too, Sean.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
All right. Thank you as well.
No problem. Julia says your device is not connected. Obviously, you don't want to talk to me, Julia Walker, girl. Your device is not connected. Jan, I seen that you was back here and I was about to bring you up. Where you go, Jan? Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. Y'all tried it. Yeah, you tried it. I saw you. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Shout out to Della Creme. Hi, beautiful. Ooh, hey, girl. Della Creme, you're on live. Hi. Hi, sweetie.
Hey, I'm a little behind.
Oh, you're fine.
I had to turn off my other browser. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to speak a little piece, if that's okay, on this whole situation
Go
and
right
how it
ahead.
affects our community. Because the thing is, I feel like a lot of us have been raised around mental abuse, mental illness, different sorts of religious abuse. Can I say those words?
Yes, you're fine.
I don't know if there's a code word we have to
No,
use,
you're
but
fine.
I feel like we've learned how to spiritualize, romanticize these things and make them acceptable. And I think that when we're dealing with these things in our community, it can be hard to hold people we love accountable, especially people we hold to high regard like celebrities. And I think it's important that when we watch a person's behavior on camera that they voluntarily place on a screen, that we judge that behavior for what they show us, because they're not being caught on candid camera. That, you know, these people aren't being caught unaware, like they're exposing themselves. And I think it's important that as we have these conversations, because it sounds like we're mostly educated people, we've got some experience. Most of us have more travel experience than Tokyo Tony, you know, in a small peel. So we're not talking about an uneducated group of people examining this situation, but we keep spiritualizing this thing and talking about prayer and all these other things. Even I heard Jaguar today talking about she was helping the girls with the macabre and Jesus, and those two things don't even go together. You know, and so I think that it's important for us to have factual, logical conversations. And that's all I'm saying. Just hold a person accountable for their behavior, no matter how well they can sing or preach or talk or whatever, just to hold them accountable. I just wanted to share that.
Thank you so much. And I agree with
It's my
everything
pleasure.
that you just said. And we do need to hold people accountable. And again, it's not a problem to have mental illness. It's like, it's okay. And it's okay to recognize if you do, because then you get to be proactive and do something about it so that you can understand it instead of be afraid of it. When people are diagnosed with, it doesn't matter what the diagnosis is. It can be cancer, you know, or anything like that. People are so afraid, you know, of what they just heard that they don't even want to deal with it. It's like they're in complete denial that this may be them, you know. So, but again, we don't get to choose our paths in life. We just get to live a life. And unfortunately, mental illness, a lot of people suffer from it. And mental illness does not discriminate. Anybody can have it. But it's okay. Like, it's something that can be worked out over time. If you got a bunch of supportive people around you that will support you and keep you on your P's and Q's and help you and help you realize that they are still here for you. We don't view you any different. You know, we're not going to judge you or side eye you, you know, or anything like that. We're just going to be simply just be here for you. I think a lot of people would be more open to checking on their mental health and doing something about it. Absolutely. And I appreciate everything you
It's
said.
important. Well, I think it's important in this situation, especially because I was listening to the conversation that Jaguar Wright had with her sister, who's also apparently the mother of her nephew, which I can't understand that connection if her husband is his brother. But she was having this conversation with her sister, and never once did she say, "I'm here because I need help." There's something that's happened in my past that's come out, something that hasn't been dealt with. The fact that I have this relationship with my son's ashes are a revelation that there's some unhealed wounds. And she never had any kind of self accountability. And I always have this conversation with people. You know, when I was in China and people would sneeze on the bus, you could smell it. And they would say they weren't sick. And I'd be like, but you spreading disease everywhere and you're sick. There's something wrong with you. And you see how that went. So, you know, it is just important to have those accounted conversations. I'll drop down. That's all I wanted to share.
Thank you so much for coming up, beautiful. I really
My
appreciate it.
pleasure.
And what's your name again?
Thank
Do you have a
you.
channel or anything?
Well, I do. It's inconsistent, but de la creme de la.
Okay, De La Creme De La. Oh,
Yeah.
I like
Hmm.
that.
Thank you. Thank
Ooh,
you.
that's cute. But thank you so much for coming, sweetie. Thank you
Awesome.
so
It was
much.
good to meet you. Thanks for what you're doing with this.
Oh, likewise. Thank you so much. Shout out to De La Creme De La. I like that. Hi, Jen. Don't you leave me again, girl.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
My ass done ran up the steps. Fuck this, huh? Oh, sorry, Lord. Oh, okay. I love you, and you know I
I love
love
you
you.
too.
I'm sick of you acting like I'm not gonna stalk you.
Why?
Okay? Cause look how good we look together. You
We
see
do.
that?
We do look great.
Okay,
We
that's
do.
all I wanted to say. I love you. I love your
Aw.
personality. I love your mind. I just adore you. And I'm going to continue stalking you. Ain't nothing you going to do about it. You going to fight me? You going to fight a girl?
No, I'm gonna let you stalk me. It's fine. I like it.
Okay. I'm feeling a type of way. But thank you for all this. Good night.
I love you. Thank you so much for coming up.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. Shout out to y'all. Oh my God, I love the love. Shout out to Purple Dynasty. Mental illness is a pandemic hitting us hard. Thank you for telling your friend what she needs to hear. For Sam, Jag, Gerald, and her mom, thank you so much for the super sticker. That is so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer that what did the love of my life say? Tifa says that's a hot and spicy. No, Lord. The love of my life said that is a hot and spicy no. The love of my life is not feeling that energy. Shout out to Tip West, the love of my life. Okay, I love her. Shout out to the love of my life. But no, I just feel like if doctors are stating this about her, because Jaguar can always get a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, opinion. It doesn't mean that this opinion from this doctor is the end all be all. But if the doctor is letting you know that there may be things that you don't realize that are going on with you, but you are showing telltale signs of certain things, I think Jaguar needs to take that into consideration. And I think that she needs to take it serious so that she can at least get out of there and make it to the next step, so that she can figure out what she's doing next and what this means in her life, instead of just looking at it like, all these people here treating me bad and they doing this and they doing that. Da, 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 da. It's like, it's a lot of deflecting. Like, I just, like, don't deflect. Don't deflect. Having mental illness does not make a person crazy. That's not the same thing. Crazy and mental illness are two different things, because somebody could go crazy. You don't get to go mentally ill. There's no such thing. So I don't feel that way. And if they do have a mental illness, then we need to take that serious. Like that's not a joke. Because if I have mental illness, I wouldn't want anybody making fun of me. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want just like I wouldn't want somebody making fun of me because I'm Black. That's how I was born. That's not something that I could help. And I wouldn't help it if I could, because this is how I was supposed to be. So I view it the same thing with mental illness. People are chose. They are. You either have it or you don't. It's no different than being like gay or straight. You either are or you're not. And it's not really something you figure out later on. It's something you always knew, maybe avoided, just didn't think about, suppressed, but it was always there. So it's the same thing with mental illness. Just because it doesn't affect a person immediately, it doesn't mean that it hasn't been affecting them lifelong. It doesn't mean that. That's why with autism and things like that, there's different spectrums of it. You have high functioning and you have low functioning. The high functioning are like Jaguar's son, Sam, very high functional. He can do a lot of things on his own. He's very independent. He's very bright, very intelligent. But when it comes to like communicating and having communication skills, especially in front of someone, like person to person, he could lack, in certain areas, and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of levels to it. So it's the same thing with Jag. She could have been someone with mental illness that was high functioning. She could have. Mental illness is definitely hereditary. Her son is autistic. That comes from somewhere. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So again, it's hereditary. It definitely is. So again, if she has mental illness, I think that she should take that seriously. I don't think that's a joke. I don't think that she should look at the doctor because he said that to her and find that laughable. No, this is your life. Because people do it all the time with other diagnoses. They just ignore it. They do. They ignore it until they can't ignore it anymore. Until something happens to where they don't have any choice. They have to deal with it. And I think this may be her something happening and her having to deal with it. I think that's very plausible. Mental illness does not mean she's insane. It does not mean that she is crazy. It does not mean that. Autistic don't mean crazy, but it's a part of mental illness. So, yeah. So I'm just saying, it's not the end all be all. And she hasn't been diagnosed, besides the fact that they feel that there is a mental illness that is showing. Now, them diagnosing her with set mental illness, they have not stated that. So they have not stated if it's bipolar or she's autistic or, any of that. So I'm not I'm not a doctor. So, but she knows what they think she may be suffering from. It could be dementia. It could be all type of things. Dementia don't mean you crazy. It doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean insane, but it is a mental illness. It is. So, but yeah, it does make you crazy. You're not crazy. There's times you may be extremely forgetful. Sometimes you may not even remember certain people. Even forget where you live. Blur memories, like past memories. You'll blur them together. Stuff like that. Or sometimes you'll blur like a movie you saw with a past memory and you'll feel like you actually went through it, but you actually didn't. It was just a movie you really liked. And you feeling like it's a past experience and it's not. You just vividly remember the movie, but you're taking it on as that's something you went through. No, you weren't in Greece. Mm-mm. That was John Travolta. Mm-mm. That wasn't you. You explaining the movie Crybaby, girl. You are not Johnny Depp like that. So but it's a part of mental illness. So, but again, it doesn't make a person crazy. So yeah, mental illness doesn't mean psycho. It doesn't mean that. It just means that your brain waves and your brain activity works differently from other people, depending on what you're diagnosed with. So that's all that means. And some mental illness like bipolar and other things can be managed. They absolutely can be. But in my opinion, if you go listen to Kanye West, a lot of his stories seem just out there. You know, I mean, literally, go back and listen to him. His stories are out there. He reminds me a lot of Jaguar Wright. He does. He does. It's not this like it's not that Kanye's not telling the truth, but it's just I don't know. It's just an extra element to his stories that you really just can't explain. It's like he's Kanye, you know. So it's like, why would he lie? So obviously he's not lying, but at the same time, you don't accept it as a truth. So I think that that's a hard time that people have with Jaguar. I think that there's times where people like really believe her and they're like right there with her. And then she says something that's so outlandish that makes you question everything she said before. Honestly. So it's like they give me the same vibe. They give me the same vibe. That's, you know, so it's like I don't look at Kanye as like a liar. Like I don't look at him that way. So it's like the same thing with Jaguar. I don't look at her as like a liar, but it's like at the same time, if you're sitting here telling us that the cops attacked you and we've seen you get arrested on camera, and with you being arrested on camera, you technically wasn't even arrested, you were detained because they put you on a stretcher and that stretcher put you into an ambulance and that ambulance took you to where you are now. But you're stating that the police and your husband did certain things. It's like that didn't happen though. That didn't happen. So then when you backing it up after that and you come in, well, oh, when he was doing this and he was doing that, I can understand the people that don't believe it. I get it. It's like, I completely get it. Because your credibility is being questioned when you're saying something that isn't there. We saw the video. None of those police harmed Jaguar. No one did. Jaguar did all the harming. Okay? Nobody touched her in that way to where they hurt her. And she's stating that happened. Well, how? The people in the barbershop said you ran in there up on Gerald. That's why you and Soular were put on trespass, and they have cameras. That doesn't have anything to do with Gerald besides the fact that you did come there on the attack. Like you did. That was a pull-up in what you did. Like we're not going to, I'm not going to make Gerald have put his hands on you in that barbershop. That did not happen. Didn't happen. Even the witnesses from the barbershop said that didn't happen. No. They even protected Soular. They even protected Jaguar, basically, because they let Jaguar go in there allegedly and put her hands on her husband. And they didn't stop her. They let her do it. He didn't put his hands on her because they would have stopped it. They didn't because she was doing the attack. Gerald got away from around her, and that's when he came out the other exit. And the other exit, that's when he ran up on Soular. That's why Jaguar was closer to Soular, because she came out the exit where Soular was. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying what's there. Now, if Jaguar wants to have a different story, that's fine. That's fine. The barbershop employees were there. You can clearly visibly see Jaguar walk past on camera, walk inside of the barbershop, and you hear her yelling obscenities. The barbershop staff said Jaguar assaulted him on approach. They were there. They said it, not me. That is why she was apprehended and her husband wasn't. So if he put his hands on her, he would have gotten arrested. He did not. He put his whole hands on Soular, and it's on camera, and he didn't get arrested. Like, It's on camera. I'm not saying he didn't put his hands on Soular because we clearly see he did. Like, it's right there. I wasn't there, but the staff was. And they said, just like Gerald, would you see her coming in there on camera, hooping and hollering at that man? And you can see physical action in the video that I still have posted. Like, you're weird. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all are idiots. Like, it's literally right in front of you. He did not put his hands on her. It didn't happen. If he did, I'm not defending Gerald. What am I defending him for? I'm not about to defend him putting his hands on Jaguar. No, he's an op. He's a woman beater, and he needs to go to jail. That's what I'm going to say. Now, you wasn't there either, weirdo. You didn't just say, I'm an employee, I'm a staff. You weren't there, Sean. Neither the hell were you. But I know what the people that were there said. Do you? I highly doubt it. I'm not just over here talking. Like, I'm telling the truth. I have no reason to protect Gerald. I would never do that. I'm not protecting him. Anything that him and Jaguar have allegedly been through in the past, that is between them. I was not there. I do not know. But on the day of this barbershop incident, all of us were there. Like, all of us were there. You could close your eyes when she went into the barbershop if you want to. I mean, because that'd be the only way you don't see it. He did not approach her. He did not. He was sitting down. Like, y'all weird. Like, he was sitting down. When she came in the bar, you could see it. It's on camera. Ain't nobody making it up. Like, y'all weird. Like, anything to make an excuse. Be a Superman-y. Just don't do it over here. We don't have time for that. She was trash. What Jaguar did was not right. She should not have went in there running up on him. She shouldn't have did none of that. All of that was unnecessary. It was not necessary. Like, none of that had to happen. That was a decision. And she chose said decision. She ran up in that shop, in that man's face, hooping and hollering at him, and she put his hands on him. Yeah, you can see her arms moving. Now, I don't know how hard she hit him. I can't tell you that, because that I don't know. But she did put her hands on him. Yes, she did. You got Tia B on the show stating that she witnessed this same thing herself on another occasion. So, girl, stop it. And Jaguar did not deny it. But you going to argue that too? Oh, Jaguar was just playing when she was on your show, Sean. When she admitted to doing it. She's just kidding. Shut up. Sound dumb. You sound stupid. These are people's lives. Like, again, stop it. What she did was not right. It wasn't okay. She shouldn't have did that. Stop excusing that type of dumb stuff. This is how women be really getting hurt by men, feeling it's okay to run up on them. And then when they respond or they have an outer body experience to where their body just reacts and they super hurt them, then y'all want to be he this, he that, he this, he that. No, stop encouraging that. Stop being trifling. Stop doing that. Encourage everybody to keep their hands to themselves. It's not okay for a man to be putting his hands on a woman. It's not okay for a woman to be putting her hands on no damn man. Stop excusing it because y'all got vaginas. It's not an excuse because y'all could get popped too. So it's like, stop it. Everybody keep their hands to themselves. It's not okay either way. Men just get harsher judgment when they do it. But then a woman run up on a man. Ain't nobody calling her no man beater. Oh, that's fine. But a woman walk up on a dude and give him a 5-piece. And he just got to stand there and take it. He just got to stand there and take it. But let him retaliate. You're a man. And she a woman. She should know her place. And her place is not to be putting her hands on no damn man. Stop excusing that trifling shit. It's not okay. Don't do it. It's not okay. It's not. Because again, if he retaliated because she put her hands on him, and then she's calling him a woman because he retaliated, is he really? That's when it gets cloudy. Is he really? If he's sitting over there getting fired on, and all of that, he just so happened to react, and all of a sudden he Jody and this Yvette. But it was fine for Yvette. Didn't nobody say nothing in the movie when Yvette hit Jody. That was fine. But then he turned around and react out of reaction. And y'all like, oh, I can't. You understand what she just did? But did y'all close your eyes when Yvette did that? Well, she was like, now what? Oh, that was fine. Oh, that was cool. But he turned around, react, and then Jody hit women. Jody, my Jody. Now he putting his hands on women. Although him and Yvette don't argue plenty of times, he ain't never put his hands on her. But guess what she wasn't doing? Putting her hands on him. She wasn't doing that. There wasn't no reason for him to react. Because he wasn't being hurt in the process. Some people just react, out of being hurt. It's not anything deliberate. And then Jody is immediately apologetic. But still, when people see the reaction and what he did out of defending himself, oh, look what he did to her. No, an abusive man is just going to hit a woman just because. Or a woman say something and he don't like what she said and he put his hands on her. No, he needs to go to jail. That's abusive, is what that is. And even responding is not okay. It's still not okay for a man to keep responding to that. That means you get out of this relationship. This is toxic. Like Krishan and Blueface, that's toxic. Get out of there. And you don't have an excuse because Krishan keep putting her hands on you that you think you get to hit her back. You don't. And she shouldn't be putting her hands on you. And if it's that deep to where y'all gonna keep on doing it, get away from her. Get away from her while you still can. Before it gets to the point to where you really hurt this girl. Because you are still a man. Get away from her. Ain't nothing cute about this. Go. But instead, he sticks around. But if God forbid we see a caption, they got into it and one of them ain't breathing no more, then everybody want to comment, rest in peace. I knew they should have separated. No, y'all don't say that because then when they post a cute video of them, y'all underneath comments, oh, girl. But that's on y'all. So again, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not about to just throw Goomba under the bus. I don't know what's going on. When publicly, before Soular came around, the only burst we heard was about Jaguar putting her hands on Goomba. Now tell me I'm lying. I would say it in the chat. Tell me I'm lying. Before Soular came around, the only type of outburst that came up with the Johnsons was Jaguar putting her hands on him. Mighty convenient that Soular comes around, then all of a sudden, all her life she had to fight. I love Harpo. I love Harpo when Soular come around. Now, if I love Harpo, but you was just on my show 2 weeks ago talking about something, you learn not to put you ain't gonna put your hands on him no more. No more. It's a witness sitting here saying that she watched you do it, and you agreed. But then Soular come around, and then I love Harpo, but I dead. What? But when this happened? But I'm hating if I say something like that. It's true. I'm just stating facts. I love Jaguar, but I'm not going to be biased for anyone. That's not how I got here. Yeah, I didn't get here being biased. So I just found that weird that you sat over here. There was just a surviving plate of you, of an interview where you putting your hands on this man. You come over here, we interview. You state that that is true with the same person that accused you of it, said that they witnessed it. And then Soular the homeless comes to visit, and then all of a sudden, you over there getting nature boyed? What? No, honey, you got to make that make sense. You got to explain that to me, girl. I've been talking to you on the phone for the last week. You ain't saying nothing about this man doing none of that. Okay. Maybe we're not there. I guess. Because I'm confused. You never said anything about it. So I'm gonna go off of that, not just some random, all of a sudden this beige come around, bright light, six God, and then all of a sudden Gerald is world enemy number one. I just don't feel that way. I mean, if that's what Jaguar wants to say about him, fine. But I just don't feel that way about Gerald, a Goomba. I don't feel like he's like that. I don't. I believe Sam. I believe Sam. So for her to say Sam's putting that Goomba's putting these thoughts into Sam's head, no. Sam was present. See, that's the thing, Jaguar. You can't say that Goomba filled Sam's head up with all of these things like he wasn't present. See, that's where you lose again. That's where you start to lose me. Because he was there. He met Soular. Like, let's not do that. That's weird. I'm like, that makes no sense. You're trying to take this experience from him. He was there. He talked about his experience. No, I believe every word Sam said. Every word. And you even said out of your own mouth that you're not going to go against what your son said. But you feel like it's a bunch of lies that Goomba placed in his mind. That doesn't make any sense if he was present. Now, if he was visiting, he was still with his father, and he just talked to Goomba on the phone, and Goomba told him all of these things, then I'll be like, okay, maybe that's true. Maybe Goomba did fill his mind up with stuff about Soular because he doesn't like him. He had his own experience of him. His opinion was the same. Yeah. If Goomba don't get to talk for Sam, neither do you. That's how I feel. Yeah, I feel like we should let everybody speak for themselves. Jaguar speak for Jaguar, Goomba speak for Goomba, Sam speak for Sam. Sam experienced this, so you can't, Jaguar make this seem as if this is something Goomba told him over the phone. He was very so much present. And he's told us his experience with Soular, not what he heard about Soular. It's different. Yeah. So yeah, we're not taking his experience from him. Now, I would take hearsay from Sam Jaguar, but I'm not taking experience. Yeah. So the only experience that he heard that he wasn't present for was the alleged on the side of the road with the weapon, whatnot. He wasn't there for that. That's what Goomba told him about the experience. But everything else, when the police came over there in the middle of the night, when allegedly you and Goomba and Soular was all hanging out at your mom's house, and whatnot, he was there. He was there. Yeah, pretty sure. He was there. So those are experiences. Okay. When Soular talked to him about the gaming system, that's face to face. When y'all were at the restaurant and the witches walked past, he was there. Yeah, that wasn't a story being told to him from Goomba. He was present. Yeah. Sober mind. Sam doesn't drink, smoke, nothing. Very intelligent. Experience. He experienced that. He wasn't told. Okay? Because that would have been hearsay, Jaguar. That's not hearsay. That's I saw with my own eyes. Okay? Love you. Okay? Shout out to Tamika. Love to the straight facts. You are a great friend. I mean, I try to be. I try to be. Thank you, Tamika. Love you, sweetie. I try to be. But no, I'm just saying, yes, Soular is a liar. He absolutely is. But Jaguar don't care about Soular. She doesn't care. Like you can tell, even with her conversation that she had earlier, he only came up because he had to. Other than that, she has no plans. She said nothing of, oh, I'm meeting up with Soular. Oh, there's Soular waiting for me, and we're gonna be there. We're gonna nothing. So if he walk around talking about weddings and stuff like that, lies. The only way he's gonna see Jaguar is if he go around her. Is how I'm. Other than that, when Jaguar gets out, she's gonna be doing her thing. She's not gonna be worried about no damn Soular. She doesn't care. He was just involved. He was there. You know, that's who she was protecting at the moment when all of this stuff was going on. So that's the only reason he got brought up. Otherwise, because she even let Tokyo Tony sit, you know, sit over there and disrespect him. So yeah, you can tell she care less about him. Again, I feel like he thought he used her, but she used him. I do. That's what I said. I think, um, you know, Gerald should definitely contact his wife. Why, like I said, I just feel like he should have a different type of conversation because she is very upset. Very upset is what that is giving. She's very upset with him. Found Element said, love you, Shine, but it kind of sounds like you're jealous of something. Don't cuss me out. Jealous of what? That's why I say y'all got to be specific. It's nothing to cuss you out about. Just tell me what I'm jealous of, and we can talk about it. I just don't get why I would be jealous of someone talking to somebody in a mental institute that I knew was in a mental institute that I could have spoke to at any time. I don't get that. I don't get that. Can somebody explain to me why I have not stated Jaguar's location, although I've known since she was taken away? Can someone explain to me why I could have been on a three-way call with Jaguar and her husband and recorded the conversation and placed it on her? I didn't do none of that. I really don't get it. Like, I mean, jealous of what? Be specific. Like, jealous of what? I wouldn't even tell you where she was because you didn't know where she was at. So, I mean, of what? Of an illegal phone call? Why would I be jealous of that? That's a government institute. What? I really don't get it. Why would I be jealous of an illegal phone call? That interview can be taken down at any moment. Yeah. At any moment, it can be taken down. Why would I be jealous of that? I don't get it. Because there's nothing else I could be jealous of besides this interview, right? And I don't feel like it was an interview. It was a phone call. It wasn't like an interview. There was more of Jaguar talking than questions being asked. I don't know. Jaguar loves to hear herself talk. That's obvious. So if I'm going to be jealous, that's fine. I just want to know what I'm jealous of. That's why I say you got to be specific. Like, I'm not getting mad at you for what? Who are you? You didn't have a picture up. There's nothing for me to be upset with. I mean, that help me help you. Because jealous of an illegal phone call that can be taken out literally at any moment. If I was jealous, I would be reporting it. If I was jealous, I would have called the hospital to let them know that Nurse Tony gave Jaguar Wright a phone. I don't do any of that because I don't care. I don't. Yeah. I don't care. I would have did all. That's what a hater would do. And y'all should report to YouTube and get it taken down. I don't care. I didn't come live and say nobody was jealous of me when I got the exclusive with Sam. Because I don't feel like anybody's jealous. Like, what's to be jealous of? He wanted to talk to me. He wanted to talk to me. I didn't go live and cuss anybody out. But when I talked to Sam, she did. Tarmoff did. Oh, yeah. She went live multiple times with my name in the title, calling me on top of agates and all of that. Did I come over here on YouTube and go live and go ham? And all that? For what? Why would I do it now? The person that has the exclusive has been coming for me. Yeah, they're not respecting me, so they're not getting into return like bros. Is that what it's giving? Because I'm not being nice to her? Why would I? According to her, I'm an agate. I'm not married. All type of stuff. I ain't got no kids. Although I clearly just hugged them. She said all type of stuff about me. All type of crazy stuff. I'm not over here saying none of that. So yeah, you don't get to disrespect me and come out with something and I'll be like, oh my God, congratulations. I don't care. And it's an illegal phone call. So anybody that's going to talk about it, I bet you the majority of them are going to state that this violates a lot of things. She's not supposed to be on the phone with her. No one's going to go live and really not say that because it's an illegal phone call. That should have never gave her her phone. Why would I want that on my channel? I talked to Sam legally. Goomba legally. Wasn't nothing illegal about what I was doing. I wasn't violating HIPAA. I wasn't stating employees' names. I wasn't giving the address, like nothing. This is why they don't let, when you're in the type of ward that Jaguar's in, this is why they don't let them on the phone. This is why they don't only have certain phone privileges to where they're contacting certain people for them because of things like this. Did you think about any of that before you opened your beef sucker? Or okay, girl. You are providing us info without compromising her privacy. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm Poppington. No matter when I go live, I'm popping. And that's not being conceited. It's the truth. You know, people love when I go live. They love to be here. They have a great time. And we always lit. If I'm going to be jealous, y'all have to be specific. Because I just don't be understanding. Why would I be jealous of somebody that sit over there with 15, 20 people in her chat? Even with her exclusive from a mental ward, from a mental institute, with somebody on the phone stating that they were just declared mentally ill. Still 25, 30 people. What's to be jealous of? Ew. Like that. I don't have to go to the means that other people go to be viewed. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm just Poppington. Y'all see how I've been live for this whole 2 hours and 41 minutes, and we haven't had less than 1,000 people in here? We're at what, almost 3,000 earlier? I'm not playing nobody else's videos. I'm not doing none of that. It's just me. Jealous of what? Be specific. I'm not allowed asking for no Cash Apps, no PayPals, no none of that. My mouth ain't black all throughout, none of that. Pink. Gaps on closing. Jealous of what? Be specific, girl. Like, yeah, we're Poppington. Yeah, no microphone. No, none of that. There was one right here. Plug it in whenever I want to. It's Bluetooth. Jealous of what? Tell her go live right now. None of this is happening unless she puts Jaguar back in her title, like as I'm on the phone with her. No, I could just come forward and just do commentary and still be lit. Jealous of what? The girls love the DeBuink. Why do you think they press? Yeah, they don't be pressed with the people that aren't liked, that aren't viewed, they don't care about those people. They let those people rock. It be the ones that's Poppington that, you know, they agates and, you know, they fake friends, they all of that stuff. Yet your friend snuck on the phone from a mental institute and you live. Jealous of what? Okay. All right. What is it, like an easy go-to for people? Because I don't get it, Julie girl. I don't get it. I don't get it, Janae. I don't get it. Tatiana, I don't get it. Girl, I don't get. I'd be like, jealous of what? Okay. Sam, Judge, you got to be specific because that's what y'all just like to just open y'all beef sucker. Like, be specific. Okay. What does she have more than me? Besides CPS calls. Okay. If you're gonna be jealous, so let me say have something you want. What? I like my mouth being pink on the inside. I like that my gaps are closed and closing. That's what I got braces for. Like what? I like that we're on our way to 150K. I like that I make money in multiple places. I don't have to go live and act like I'm going to help the poor and help the needy just to come back live and ask y'all for cash apps to guilt y'all into it because y'all just seen me give something to somebody poor. So now y'all got to give, now y'all give it to me because y'all think I'm a nice person. I'm a great person. Send some cash apps. Okay, girl. Okay. How you asking for money but giving it away? Clearly you need it. But that's what happens when you're basic. You know, you have to make it seem like you're something other than what you are. I give it up. I am who I am. Go check my resume, just like the other press chicks that have came and edges that came from me in the past. Like, girl, there's no tea here. Law-abiding citizen, married, 4 beautiful children, 1 adopted. You have 1 kid. I have 3 and adopted 1. Like, girl, I win. I'm a parent. You lost out the gate, and no matter how many dinners you expired, that spoiled food, you be out there giving to them homeless people. Good for you. And I pray for whatever toilet they have to go sit on after that when you get done handing them whatever you handed them. But okay, girl. All right. Jealous? Y'all gotta choose something else. Y'all need to find different words. Y'all get bored with these words. Y'all just throwing them out like friend. Like y'all love that word. And then be hating each other the whole time. So yeah. Y'all pass. We good on all of that. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then she always trying to, like, she's weird. Like, what have you done for your community? I don't know. Just on Christmas, I went and bought over $400 worth of presents for kids that I've never met before in my life. They're my community. Toys for Tots was canceled this year, so we helped out the SeanDavieWay show. We definitely did. That was just in December. We don't have to go years back. We don't have to do that. Before that, we had a subscriber 2 subscribers that really needed our help, and we sent them nice donations. One, my subscribers helped me put together, and the other one I did all by myself. That was in November. Yeah. So we give back. We do that. You're weird. Shut up. Just when you thought you had something, you don't. I give back too, but I'm still a parent. You give back because you didn't parent. Okay. You feel like you owe the universe something. I don't. I'm still raising my kids. You tried. Yeah, my turn. They out there being raised by me. So yeah, and the mother. So yeah, you tried. The mother is very so much present. Can you say that? Yeah. And it's not a dig me coming at her parenting. That's her claim to fame. She's not a celebrity. She's done nothing worth remembering besides having a child that wants nothing to do with her. Black China is famous. End of story. Black China is a celebrity. End of story. That's her claim to fame. You're not a celebrity. For what? Most mug shots for soliciting? Like, you got plenty of those. Girl, you're a whore from the 90s. Stop it. I'm like, look at all these mug shots. Prostitute much? Like, girl, indecent exposure, all type of stuff. Like, don't. She's pathetic. But she comes for me because I'm a fake friend. Although her friend is in a mental asylum, basically. A mental institute, was declared mentally ill today. And she made sure that the world knew. So there's plenty of people that already wanted to self-diagnose. Jaguar, Wright, she definitely helped. Absolutely. So Jaguar, thanks to you and your friend, now people, you know, your interviews and stuff that you've done in the past, all of that is going to be in question now. Because You stated yourself that a judge and a doctor said that you're mentally ill. We didn't have any proof before, so we couldn't say that. I mean, people could say it, but it wouldn't matter. Now it totally does. Credibility shot. That's all that's given. Absolutely. Credibility shot. That's what that's going to give, because people are going to be more concerned about the fact that you have mental illness than you telling the truth. So they're going to be like, oh, that's just Jaguar. She has mental illness. This is what she does. They couldn't say that before. Now they can, thanks to you and your friend. So yeah, prayers being sent up. Prayers being sent up. That's all I got to say. Anybody that's going to interview her from now on, I mean, with her allegedly having mental illness, if you view everything that she's about to say credible, then kudos to you. But for the people that want to feel as if her mental illness may take play in her storytelling, it may. It may. I think Jaguar should be focused on, if she's not mentally ill, getting that stated by a doctor, because it's been 72 hours. It's been over 100, almost over 100, going on over 100, that you've been there. So if you're stable, it's being where you are does not give stable. It gives unstable, because that's why you're there. Because they don't think that you are safe to release, that you may do something again to yourself or harm someone else. So just because you feel that you're in a mind frame to where, oh, I'm not going to do nothing to nobody, they got me messed up, I ain't going to hurt myself. You know, I'm this, I'm that. I got all these views, I'm popping. You know, I'm this, I'm that. What you did before you got there does not give that. And actions speak louder than words, Jaguar. So you have to remember, when they're going back and watching that video, that is not giving a stable person. It's giving a very unstable one. And that is what a real friend will tell you. That, yeah, no, before you came here, the rubbing the ashes, the throwing the ashes, the demeanor, the anger, the behavior, everything that was going on, even when the police got there, you know, all of that, like, girl, you could have been left. You had plenty of time to leave before the police got there, and you stayed and ran amok. Even when the police got there, they still could not control you. You were still running amok. That is not the behavior of a stable person. It's not. And anybody that's going to tell you that is lying. So y'all can say demons and ghosts and this and that and spirits and all of that. No doctor, they don't see that. No doctor look at that video and saw this big red thing behind you talking about some rawr. Like that ain't what that word. That ain't what that doctor looking at. He ain't looking at no juju. That somebody may have put your name in a bowl. That's going to make things worse. He come in the room and ask you, well, what you think happened? Nosy put my name in a bowl. That ain't going to work. They're going to say, who was nosy? And then you say, ho. After that, it's a wrap. It's like, girl, get yourself together. So I said, jealous of what? Like, again, she knew who to call. She knew to call somebody trifling. Like, again, because even if she would have called me, I would not have, the phone call, y'all wouldn't have heard it. Out of her protection. And look at what she said. I'm telling y'all, she getting better. Then y'all hear this conversation that this trifling rat, this pond bat, done put on live. That ain't making it seem as if she's getting better. If anything, it's making us look like me and King Payne and others. It's making us look like lies. Like we full-fledged lying. I'm like, that girl, if you was feeling like this, I could have been told everybody what hospital you was at. Now, I could have been said it if you was going to do it. What I'm sitting here trying to protect you for. If you want everybody calling up there and coming up there and stuff like that, I said, okay, now, Jay-Z didn't pull up an OL. And now Rock Nation pull up there, don't you call me. Because I'm like, because he probably didn't know where you was of the apps. Now I know. Nobody got time for this. I'm like, girl, if you wanted it to be public, oh, that wasn't a problem. I mean, I could have easily have said something. So that's why I said I'm still going to be here for her. But when it comes to updates and stuff like that, no. As long as I know that she's safe, that's all I care about. That's it. I'm not, no, because it's just too much. It's too much. And it's getting to the point of exploitation. So it's like the woman is in a mental institute. What else do y'all need to know? What else do y'all need to know? When she's free, I'm sure she'll be live somewhere, whether it's Philadelphia, or wherever she plans on going. You'll see it, whether it's IG. So you'll see, you'll know. I'm just gonna have to support her from the background. I'm definitely here for her. Anything that I can do to help her, I'm willing to do. There's no smoke. I love Jaguar, and I want the best for her. That's it. That's where I sit with it. That's where I sit with it. Love her. Want the best for her. Any way I can help, I'm willing to help. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. But it'll be behind the scenes. It is. Because this is too much. It's just. I don't know. It's just too much. It's frustrating. It is very frustrating. Because again, this is her life. It's all fun and games until you're going through it. And I'm not going through it. So that's what I'm saying. As much as she's trying to make it seem like everything is okay, it's not. And she knows that it's not. She knows that it's not. It's not okay. What's going on with her is she's not in a good space. She's not in a good space. And there's a lot going on. That's simple. And I feel like she's avoiding it, which is fine. She'll deal with it in her own time. I hope she does. I pray that she does. I hope she deals with it before other people do. Before people take it out of her hands and she's no longer able to do so. I do hope that. I do. I want her to keep the power that she has because it's limited. Very so much. So, yes, hair flip. But yeah, y'all, I got to get out of here. We are at our 3-hour mark. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Thank you for all of the super chats and super stickers. Was there another one? Yes. Lewis says, love your show. I tune in every day. You're on. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming through. I love you. I love you. I don't know what y'all sending me, but if Black China Unfit Mama, if that's what y'all sending me, I don't care. If she don't want to hit my link, that's the only way. Like she's going in the title or anything like that. So if she wants my attention, she knows how to get it. Other than that, I don't do the slums. So she don't have to worry about me coming to where she's at. Girl, gross. Like, you're pathetic. You came from me. So if you want to have a discussion, this is where we're going to have it. I don't care about her going live. She will never check me. Ever. You got to do that to my face. You can't do that from over there. There's plenty of space and opportunity for her to come to get her issue. Her and her husband, they can come together. I will read both of them their Mirandas. Her fake husband. Like, they both can get rid of their Mirandas. Like, it's not a problem. All she got to do is come and hit the link. I promise you. I do not care. Like, don't send me nothing she say in life. I do not care. She know how to handle the situation. She already know. Girl, you ain't got to talk at me. You can talk to me because you have the problem. Ain't nobody sitting up here talking about unfits. Girl, unfits have not been our topic. Girl, we usually talk about them around like Mother's Day. You know, we talk about like the Akbar V's and the U's. So it's like, girl, like, don't nobody talk about you. No one. Oh, y'all send me this. Ooh, shout out to them. Ooh. Everywhere but his platform. Find that weird. But yeah, we're about to get out of here. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me. until the next show. I feel how I feel is what it is. Thank y'all for becoming members. A shout out to Tamika Coleman and shout out to Do the Right Thing for becoming members. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Until the next show, I'll see y'all tomorrow and we'll be talking about something completely different. So until then, bye.
Fresh, fresh.